What's up, man?
What is up, K Coolman?
Well, I tell you, the saga continues.
Thank God.
I know some people didn't think it would.
Last week, I wasn't so sure myself. Starting to look into want ads, and I was like, fuck it. I'll just go back into prostitution, I guess. I have no choice.
What you mean go back? I don't think you ever left.
Hey.
Prostituting yourself right now just by being here.
That is true.
I am too.
With what Spill's paying me?
I don't think we all getting up the ass right now. Man, I'd want to tell everybody, boy, I shook up the world last week. I shook up the world. Nah, man, last week I was just pouring my heart out. And I knew some people were going to say, man, cheer up, be cool, don't think that way, but
cheer up, Corey.
I know, cheer up, Corey.
Things will be better. Cheer up, Corey.
How's that? Better. Things will be better. Man, I really have to say it was overwhelming and flattering to see the response. Now, it made me nervous at first, because some groups went up saying, don't leave Spill, help chorus don't spill, don't take Spill away, I need my spill addiction anonymous, and then some people went,
Spill for life.
Spill for life, motherfucker. People actually told me that. Bitch, you take this site away, I'm coming after you and your mama.
That's right, bitch.
I'm doing a drive-by on your motherfucking house.
Don't fuck up my podcast I just started.
Yeah. I think, but I didn't, man, it really is flattering to see that we've done something that so many people not only have enjoyed, but feel a part of, feel like we have been an outlet for their creativity. Definitely, a lot of people, you're right, a lot of people are just kind of like, man, I just started a podcast.
I'm sure a lot of people out there were shitting their pants as they were listening. All I heard, I remember reading comments like, wow, that was scary.
Well, and let me be honest with people. I wasn't, because I know there was some words going around saying, oh, man, Corey he's just talking because he does this all the time. I have to say that I honestly meant that. Like, I was being very serious when I said, if things don't change, something drastic might happen, and
something's going to change here.
Something's right here. We start right here first. Ground zero's right here, bitch. But man,
I ain't no chump change.
and I thought about it. I was like, I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, because I know a lot of people are not only depending on this for creativity and for entertainment, but there's some people who are actually depending on this for money. I had a fungus monkey call me the next day, and he's like, well, I can't tell you the overwhelming feeling of job security I have right now. And I thought about it. I was like, look, I'm not trying to be selfish. I'm not even trying to say that I would just bring the whole thing down if I left. I'm sure plans would be made. I'm sure, and I'm not going to be, look, I'm not going to be stupid. It would be hard because a lot of the stuff that we do depends on the production end of the videos and all that kind of stuff. So I know that would be really hard to find somebody to replace that. I'm confident they needed to, but it wouldn't be easy at all. So I thought about all that, and I thought, like, I really want things to get better. I just hope that we can come to some kind of agreement. And if people don't know what happened last week, I made the announcement saying, if things haven't changed in a year, if I'm in the very same spot I am right now, I'm leaving. I'm done, and I really meant that. And I didn't think people would actually start writing New York. I didn't think people were going to start.
Yeah, somebody was like trying to start a letter campaign, and when I saw that, I was like, oh shit.
That's what I thought too. I was like, fuck. My gratitude to everybody that did that, but when I saw it, I was like, shit, this is asking for trouble. Right?
I was gonna write in and go, no, don't do that.
But then I thought about it. I was like,
I mean, no,
you know what? At this point, I think this needs to be heard.
No,
if I'm really that frustrated, then let it go. Let's see what happens.
I mean, honestly, I knew it was going to be heard from everyone, and I'm talking about the big wigs up there in New York. But I was like, I didn't think we said anything that was so crazy and out there that I'd have to really worry about what we do here, our jobs, basically.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I did. I would have sent you that email like at 6 a.m.
I think you would have stopped me during the recording. Shut up! You would have rolled over and knocked the computer over. Yeah. Stop!
You're not only fucking with your life, you're fucking with mine.
like that dude from Dawn of the Dead. Not only are you playing with your life, but you're playing with mine.
Is your head on straight, man? I love quoting that. But, yeah, for this it's a little different.
Man and man having sexual relations.
Yeah.
What is that guy's name?
Who?
He was the guy he was the lead guy in Dawn of the Dead, the original.
The original.
Yeah, the black guy. And then he was in the remake, and he was the priest or the preacher, the TV preacher, the televangelist who was,
Fuck, what was his name? His real name?
Something. It's something like this is not it, right, but it's Tim Foray or something like that.
Shit.
No, that's not it.
No, it's not it at all.
Shit.
No, why am I? God.
You sound like Sex Man. Shit.
Submachine gun.
Ow.
Ben Forey, I think. Look up real quick. God, I feel like an idiot.
Because I love that guy, man.
No, I love that guy too.
Ken Forey or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah. I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's Ken, but it's not. It probably is though. It's probably Ken Forey. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up because that
like
guy.
An idiot right now because I used to worship that guy.
I love that guy, man.
Ken Forey. I think that's his name. Yeah.
Let me look it up and see. I'll look. It's gonna be right here. Ken Forey.
Ken Forey. Yeah. Forey.
I love that guy, man.
Yeah, I met him at the George Romero Fest, and you talk about a Hulk of a guy. That guy is fucking huge.
He's still big.
But he looks the same actually. I mean, he's
just got a little more gray on him. That's all.
He has a little bit of gray, but I mean, he's still. I mean,
he was
still a big motherfucker. You don't want to fuck with him.
No, there's some dudes who get to be like around 60, 70, and you say, oh, that motherfucker's old. I could take him, and they're big as fuck. And you think think about all those guys in the cast of The Expendables. At least most of them, like Dolph Lundgren and Sylvester Stallone, and those motherfuckers are big. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'm not fucking with them. I don't care how old they are. That motherfucker be in the rest home eating pudding with no teeth. I ain't fucking with him. All right.
I don't care if they're on steroids or not. You don't fuck with anybody who's on any kind of drug that looks like that. I'm like, there's no way in that shit happens naturally. These motherfuckers are androids or something. I don't need to fuck with them. All right, these motherfuckers are Terminators. Okay, and it's scary to think Dolph Lundgren actually still looks the same. Like, if anyone was an actual Terminator, it'd be that motherfucker.
Man, the thing is, if you listen to him talk, he sounds like an old dude.
Oh,
but he doesn't look the same. I mean, he doesn't look any different. He just looks like he might like he just been out in the sun and got a few sun wrinkles. That's it. Other than that, motherfucker's still huge. Hair still blonde.
Now I'm wondering what he sounds like old. It's like, I will break you.
See, everybody thinks he sounds like that fucking Russian.
Yeah, exactly. Drago.
Yeah, Drago.
That's exactly how I want him to sound.
And he doesn't sound like that at all. He sounds like he almost sounds like Mickey Rourke.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So he sounds like some guy from
Haggard. He has like that Haggard kind of voice. Like he's been through everything.
Yeah. They were shooting a scene and they shot it about 5 times, and then Stallone came in and said, "Hey, we took the first take." And I was like, "Is that Dolph Lundgren talking?"
Really?
Yeah.
That's how he sounds? Oh,
yeah, because they at Comic-Con they were on a panel for The Expendables.
Oh. Okay.
And I had my head down because I was recording and I was looking at some stuff, and then I looked up and I thought it was somebody else. I thought it was almost Stallone. I was like, "Yeah, he sounds chipper." And then I looked up, it was like, "Oh, it's Dolph Lundgren." I was like, "Shit." Because I expected him this movie, and I'm talking like that shit. I must break this movie, I kind of say.
If you do not see this movie, I will break. if he does, he does.
He dies. Yep, no.
No, I would have stood up. That is not Dolph Lundgren.
It's a robot.
Pasta. Universal Soldier.
And then he would have been on stage, like sparks start coming out of his neck and shit. Phony.
I will break.
Break.
Sit down.
Turns into Schwarzenegger all of a sudden. But then Schwarzenegger, that's another one. Arnold Schwarzenegger looks like the Kool-Aid Man now.
He does.
His motherfucker's big, but would you still fuck with him?
No, not at all. But
they should make a movie with the fat Terminator. Well,
have we seen the fat Terminator yet? I guess
we ain't seen a fat Terminator. They should put him in a movie where like all the skin comes off and he's got like a barrel for a body.
Oh wait, you know what? He's been fat at least. He was in what was that movie where he was pregnant? There was a comedy he was in.
Isn't that what it's called? Pregnant?
No.
No, I don't know what it's called.
It was called a movie of his I never saw. But,
Jesus, man.
Yeah, he becomes I think he just gets impregnated somehow. God damn. I Now I'm forgetting.
I don't want to see that movie because the only way I want to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant movie is when he's shitting out a baby through his ass, and he's got that face like he did in Total Recall where his eyeballs are coming out. He's like, looking like he ain't got any oxygen. He's on the surface of Mars, but he's giving birth to a baby through his ass. You mean to turn that puppet head?
Yeah, I love that. It's like, it's that creepy ass looking woman, and the shit starts to separate.
Oh yeah,
wow,
man. The end of Total Recall. I remember being in the theater. I saw the movie probably 4 times in the theater when it came out, and every time they had that end scene where he's on the surface of Mars and he's got his, like his eyeballs are about to bulge out and he's got his tongue sticking out. I laughed so hard at that every time I saw it.
The only thing I thought about watching that scene was like Large Marge from Pee-wee.
From Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Tell him Arnold Schwarzenegger sent you. Man. Large Marge sent me. How did that guy go? It's like, who told you? Where'd you get that name?
Yeah, he's like, Large Marge sent me. He's like, did you say Large Marge? Well, she's. And then that guy starts to go into his whole
spiel, yeah. I just saw a movie like...
Tonight's the anniversary.
It's a night just like this.
Worst accident I ever seen.
Man, I got to tell you something too about we always talk about Pee Wee Herman, but I'll get into something later about that. Okay. But anyway, back to what I was saying here, man. I just want to thank everybody out there because listen, because of all these people, and I think it would have happened anyway, but not with the urgency that it has now. With all these people who send in these emails and whatnot. Thank God for Jamie, man. Jamie always has my back. Jamie was the one. He emailed me first, and he just forwarded me an email where somebody else said, "What are you doing to that guy?" And Jamie just said, "Do we need to talk?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, we need to talk." And so we talked about it. We got brought up in New York, and I think I don't know what went down, but it was.
I heard on that end.
I heard about some of the discussion where he went in and told everybody. He's like, because he told me, he's like, "Listen, I might prefer it if you don't just air all of our dirty laundry for everybody to hear. But 99.9% of what you're saying, I agree with you on. You and I are a lot alike on this. And I don't know, maybe I was thinking the same thing. We just need a fire lit under us for you to say something like this for it to happen." And he even told everybody, he said, "Look, I understand where this guy's coming from. He'll work himself to death for whatever it is that he loves, for this site, for you. But if nothing's moving, he's not sticking around."
No, I mean, and thank God it's good he did that. It would have sucked if you never heard from him or anybody else.
I would have been like, well, I guess nobody cares.
Yeah,
well, people, Christmas came early. I'm stopping next week.
Yeah.
No, I was.
At least they're paying attention. And at least they brought attention to it.
I go to New York next week to talk about it and talk about everything. And listen, we had a great month last month, and Predators was one of our best videos. Inception has been pulling in some numbers. We're pulling in new people, man. Things are going well, and I can only imagine what they'll be like if we start making some of these changes that we always said that we'll make and getting our marketing together. I mean, we're talking about some major changes.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it just came from like this whole thing of saying, we need to do something or bye.
Yeah. And in some ways, it's good that it's happening. It's good that, that whole show, made that kind of attention to where, people from upstairs noticed. And, cause sometimes, you need that. We've all had our episodes like that.
Yeah.
I think, but, it's just good to know that they're paying attention and they're willing to do something about it, where if they didn't, that would really suck, and I'd be really worried.
Oh yeah, and look, it's not all about everything I said either. People, again, way to come together as a community.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this where people come together for something that they really love and don't want to see it taken away, and they voice their opinion to who they think matters. And I'm glad that you people did that. I'm glad even more that people appreciate you enough to listen to you.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're drinking some beers late, but I have to tell you. Oh, first of all, welcome. Let's do this, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
hello.
I think that this is not going to be a real long show. Sammy got a squeeze in there.
Yeah, I noticed.
This girl.
You got refugees in your in your living room.
I know. This is
what? Who else you got staying here, Corey?
I know we got Puerto Rican refugees and people from Tennessee, wherever she's from. I mean, it's almost like this is almost like when we had the levees break in New Orleans and everybody move over here. You know.
I know, right? Everyone moved over here and started stealing my shit.
I know that shit. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have Haitians up in here, sleep on the couch and shit.
You don't want that.
No, I don't want it, but it might happen. Don't want Puerto Ricans in here, but they here. No, I'm just playing, Sammy V. I don't know. I think tonight I came in, and I don't know why I'm whispering because he can hear everything. Fuck it. I think tonight I came in, I caught this girl and him having, getting a little busy. I had to get some equipment out of there, and I knocked on the door.
Did they even notice you?
I knocked on the door. It took about a good 15 minutes for an answer to happen.
Oh no!
Because I didn't even hear anything. Sammy's got that soft voice. I couldn't understand what he said, but I knocked on the door. I said, and I heard, and I didn't hear anything at first, and then I put my ear up to the door, and I heard. And then I just knocked gently again. I was like, maybe it's the ceiling fan or something. But I was like, I just bought a new ceiling fan. It's quiet. And that ceiling fan don't make that.
If it's not, it's time to return that shit.
Yeah, I know. It's like that shit. Shit, I had 24 hours. This shit's already squeaking.
I would have walked in. God damn it, fucking fan! Whoa!
I know. Take it back to Home Depot. It's like, what's wrong with it? Well, it's squeaking like a Puerto Rican having sex on a bed.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it is, though.
I don't need to hear that.
Sir, take this back. Take your ass back. No, I knocked on the door again, and I heard Sammy. And Sammy got that gentle voice. I couldn't really understand what he said, but I heard, "Pataray." And then it took about another 10 minutes for the door to get answered, and he came out grinning and happy. And then the cat came in. We got about 50 cats to come to this house, but one of the cats came in, and this girl, she couldn't. Women just sometimes, you're a cat person, you can't resist petting a cat. So she leaned up and breast almost fell out and everything. I was like, I wanted to be like, oh man, Sammy, I'm sorry, man. I hope they listen to everything. I know he's in there grinning right now.
I was like, wait a minute. You telling me there was a cat involved in this too? Well, hold on. Whoa. I think that's illegal, my friend. Shit you got going on in your house.
Not in the country of Corey. It's not.
Who do you got? Raymond living here? What's going on?
Don't be surprised if he's next. God damn.
I was about to say, you see Raymond coming out with Sammy and another girl. It's like, no. It's time to move.
Shit.
Time to move. Time to burn those sheets.
No. Time to burn Raymond. What the hell you doing back here? Well, I ain't gonna ever forget that guy. I have to say, for all the shit I talked about that guy, man, he gave me some funny ass stories, man, some good memories.
How can you forget him? I mean, you can't write that shit. Your script writers can't come up with
No, you can't come up with
did.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm putting this shit down in script form. I really want to make another movie. I'm starting to really put the efforts to it. Adam just emailed me the other day, and he's like, because we talked about me going through this whole thing of like, he's like, man, you just need to make another movie. And I was like, I said, I'm feeling it, man. Because I said, Raymond, I've been bottling those stories up for too long. The world has to know in visual form.
Yeah.
The legend of Raymond, because Raymond, it's too good to be true.
Oh, I know.
All that shit.
I know. That's why it has to happen. So make that shit happen.
Oh man, and you know what? I get Ralph Macchio to play him.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing. Two people who ain't doing shit. Now. Adam and Ralph Macchio. That was like opportunity knocks when you went and told him, I'm thinking about leaving. I was like, oh, really? Oh, that's good. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. In the back of his head is like, more potential for me.
Oh, yes. Time to launch our movie career.
I know. I got
the time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things.
I have a proposition.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a script about Raymond today. Man.
Get that shit made.
I'll tell you, it's not going to be a long of a show because we put part 2 from last week up to recently this week. Yesterday, I'm talking about recently. For us, yesterday, I don't know when you're listening to this podcast.
There's a show up.
There's a fucking show up that's a continuation from a show from a few days ago. But tonight, because that's why I brought that up about Sam and his girl. Yeah, Sam and his girl.
They're having sex in there. Yeah,
they're having sex in there. It smells like booty and tamales in there, and I don't want to go in there. Yeah. So
you should film that and give that to Adam. Here, you go sell this.
Here, Adam. Yeah, I call it booty and tamales.
You should make that the short that introduces the bigger film about ramen. in the vein of the Pixar films. Animate that shit, Corey. You're an animator. You're about to have a bunch of unemployed animators. Hire all those motherfuckers.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're ready to work on our epic booty and tamales. You ready?
Monkey, you have nothing to worry about.
Fungus Monkey, I'm putting you on booty duty on this short right here. Yeah. You'll be animating the character of Booty. Yeah. But man, yeah, we didn't want to interrupt them tonight. His girl is there. Sammy's about to move into his place on Friday. This is the last time he's here. I'm like, fuck it, man. We'll just record out here. The only drawback is that it's fucking hot.
Yeah, it is
out here, and
it's hot, brother. Hot.
Trot. I used to go, man. I used to date this girl, and there was this guy. He was this. I guess he had, what do you call it? Parkinson's? No, not Parkinson's. But what is it?
Asperger's syndrome.
Well, probably
Tourette's.
No, not Tourette's. I want to say cerebral palsy, but it's not. His body was twisted.
Oh, okay.
In a way, and I want to say Parkinson's, but I think
he was twisted.
He was a crooked little man. But that never stopped that dude from going out and trying to be smooth, trying to get the legs he was a little thin stick of a guy. Had like the elongated sort of mouth shape and head, but he used to dress up in some of the smoothest clothes. You would see him like walking in that crooked walk, going up to girls. And we talked. He talked like, because he came up to the girl I was dating. He came up to her and he's like, "You are hot." and she was like, hey, but she was like, well, thank you. What's your name? You're like, my name's Barry.
You sure this kid wasn't a Muppet? He sounds like
a Jim Henson creation walking around there.
Sounds like a crab in a pimp suit. Hey, baby. Hi. How you doing?
My name's Barry.
You want to make beautiful music?
I want to make love to you. Yeah, he just sound like a Muppet.
If you think this is twisted, wait till you see what's downstairs.
Now you make him sound like Dr. Evil from Wait till you see what's downstairs. Yeah. I don't know what voice I'm doing now. It's like a corkscrew. Have you ever seen a cat penis? It's like that. Come to think of it, I didn't see any legs on him. He did come to the table. No. And in his hands.
Scuttled up.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Barry. You are hot.
Would you like some champagne and sulfur?
Also, don't talk about the number 12. I've got 12 condoms I'd like to use on you. But dude. He was and he always
Casanova, huh?
Yeah, a little crooked Casanova, man. I had to give that dude credit. He didn't, because you even saw he was just going around talking to all the girls in the club, just trying to work his charm. And what girl's gonna probably tell that guy to get the fuck away from me? Girls would tell us to get the fuck away from him.
A drunk one? I don't know.
A drunk? No, that would be the one that goes home with him and be like, my God, I slept with a twig.
She'll either go home with him or scream.
And it'll happen in that order. She'll go home with him and then she'll scream in the morning. What?
Hey, best lay I ever had. Did some crazy shit to me.
Be
some
funny.
Gymnastics and shit.
Find out like he didn't only use his penis, he used his whole body to go up in there.
It's great at playing Twister.
Wake up, have that dude's head sticking out between your legs like he's crowning. Hi,
baby.
Can you help me? I'm stuck.
It's my turn. Left on red. I'm using my other leg for this one.
Man, fuck, we're going to go to hell for talking about this guy like that.
We're going to hell. Hey, man, he's going to heaven, dude.
He's
already there. About. It's like, he's getting more action than me.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, I'll go up to the girl in a minute would tell me, fuck off. You know, I mean, hey, how you, fuck off. All right, good night. Have a good evening. Can I buy you? Fuck you. All right, thanks, girl.
There are times when girls just go right through me.
I know, yeah.
How you? Whoa! How'd you do that? Holy shit!
Hey, yeah, like,
Oh my God!
like they just walk right through you, like Kitty Pryde and shit from the X-Men, just walking through wall like a ghost or something.
No, it's like I must be a ghost.
Yeah, she didn't even see me. Baby, I was so invisible to her. She just walked right through me.
Through me. You think you're really invisible? You go into the girls' bathroom, and that shit ain't no fun.
It's the ladies.
This is the
If you don't know what we're talking about, B, that's one of my favorite scenes from The Human Tornado, one of my favorite Dolomite movies. My favorite movies ever. This dude goes in there, piss in the sink, and it's a real woman, and she's a fat woman sitting on a toilet, but her voice is dubbed over from Rudy Ray Moore, who plays Dolomite. You know it's him.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. Rudy Ray Moore goes into the toilet, he's like, and she's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And there's this big fat black woman sitting there. So, I mean, this is like a small ass bathroom, too, like the size of a closet.
She's taking up like a good third of it. I mean, about like a good 2/3 of it.
And all you see is her face going, "No, this is the lady."
Hitting her with a purse. A big fat woman taking a shit in there, and the dude comes in there. I don't think it was it was one of his buddies again, and he started pissing in the sink. And the funny thing about it is, something must have happened to the audio in that scene, and the audio equipment must have not been working that day because the audio is dubbed for both of them.
Oh,
like he did both voices because the woman's like, "Get out! This is the ladies!" And then he puts his he's pissing in the sink and like, "What do you think? This is for?"
Yeah, I know it sounds like a white guy.
It sounds like a white dude.
What do you think this is for? Sound like your buddy.
What do you think this is for? Voice over by Barry. But man, people, we're probably not gonna be here that long tonight because, like I said, you had already one part up today, and it's gonna get fucking hot here. It's already getting. I
know. We're already sweating bullets, and
so I just really wanted to do a show because we need to do a show.
Yeah,
they do a show every week, and then shit got to get paid, and then
right.
and then
paid now. For they call up court.
Gotta make that $1 and 50 cents.
Step into my office because you're fucking fired.
Get out. Okay, man. Okay. I'll start peeing on the floor in there. What do you think this is for? Man, yeah, we just want to do a show because we like doing the show. And normally we can keep the air conditioner on when we're in a certain part of the Spill Studios here, but we're not in that part. And if we cut the air conditioner on in the part that we're in, it's going to be annoying.
No,
it's
we
going
need
to sound
to get,
like,
we need to get one of those window ACs, the portable, the ones you stick in the window.
The window unit?
Yeah, the window
those
unit.
make more noise than anything. It sounds just like that to a guy getting shaken up.
Tassels up there so
we know it's working. Strings, and get one of those dancing funnel things, you know.
Shit's working.
I can watch those things for hours.
I bet you can. Didn't that almost kill you and Leon when you were driving?
We were driving.
That one time.
Hey, Leon's
fucking car wrecked into you, and all that was left was you guys and the engine.
Yeah, we walked out that shit like nothing, man. That shit. You know how cars look when they get compact.
Oh yeah,
in the car compact.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that car looked like, and here we come walking out that shit like nothing happened.
Dude, I will never forget that picture. I can't remember who took it or where it was posted, but I remember seeing the picture of the parts of the car laid out on the street.
I think Brian took it.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Then I took one, but I don't remember. Did I post it?
It looked like one of those model kits, like where you have your pieces to build your car. That was your shit right there. It was disassembled.
It did look
pieces. Yeah,
shit, it looked. Well, you have a better description because to me it looked like a junkyard.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
what the fuck did you? Because when I heard, I was like, it couldn't have been that bad. It must have been like a stupid fender bender. And then when I saw the picture, I was like, holy shit, that fucking car that you were in disintegrated.
Yeah, it was, the whole front end was gone, boy. That I don't even think they found the hood. We're talking about when we went to go see Brian Brushwood, the magician, and we went to go see him in a place near Houston. I forget the name of it, but we used to always go to Brian's house, and his parents sold that house. Fuck your parents, Brian. You've been to that house before, right?
No, you know what?
You never went?
Nope.
Brian's parents had this really gorgeous river house. And it wasn't even one house. It was fucking two houses right next to each other.
I heard stories, Corey.
It was like a resort. And it was like the land of milk and honey, except it was the land where beer flowed from every tap. It seriously did. They had those motherfuckers had beer under every cabinet. A little bitty keg. I mean, you shit in beer. When you went to go to the bathroom and flush the toilet, if you ran out of beer everywhere else, you go to the bathroom, scoop it out. You had beer in there. That's what, anything they had.
Beer in the shower.
Beer in the shower, yeah. Motherfuckers smell like beer all week.
Alcoholic Willy Wonka.
The walls were made out of beer peanuts and pretzels.
Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Beer while you're taking a shit.
Well, wipe your ass too. Whoopity doopity doo.
God damn, dude, I regret not. And the thing is, I was always busy doing something or involved in something where I could never go, and you guys would come back, tell those stories. And
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. I was hoping at some point he still had that place, and hopefully we'd run into him again so we can go hang out there sometime. And now that you're telling me this is fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah, well,
God damn it.
Feel heartbroken, man, because that shit. I mean, I'm mad because like Brian is like, I'm cool with your parents. I mean, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm cool with my parents selling the place. I'm good. When we've had some good times there. I'm like, I'm not.
No,
shit. What about me?
Yeah, no shit.
I'm done.
Think about your friends.
Yeah.
You had the same feelings the fans did.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, what the fuck was it? I was feeding my creative juices, coming in, eating your food and swimming in your pool. It's like, man, your parents are a bunch of assholes, man. Did they call me and ask me? No, they didn't. Fucking selfish motherfuckers, man.
You know, it's funny you say that because like I actually was listening to a couple of Colwins. And I heard that you were on a trip. You went to the Warped Tour?
I went to the Warped Tour.
And a fan like paid for your ticket and everything?
Well,
I got you at least free airfare.
Well, he's a man.
Go, right?
He's a friend now, and here's how it worked out. It's a guy who I'm not gonna say his name.
Right.
But he's real cool. And I imagine he's listening right now. So
name's Roger.
My man, yeah, Roger, you're a cool guy. Roger lives at 1803.
Roger Lipschitz.
Yeah. He works for an airline.
Yeah.
And he's come into town because he can fly anywhere. And I don't want anybody to think. I just don't want anybody to think that he can just fly into town and hang out and whatnot. But this guy, for some reason, I don't know why, he impressed me as somebody who was cool.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, man, you want to come into town? Come into town, hang out. I'll set you up. You can stay at the place and whatnot. And he came into town. He's a nice guy, real nice guy. He's come in about twice now. Mm-hmm. So he finally just said, and he's tried to get me a ticket for a long time. He's tried to get me a ticket to come see Insane Clown Posse and all this kind of shit. So
no thanks.
Yeah, sorry. No. Right now he's like,
no sale.
Right now he's like, what do you mean no thanks? Respect the clowns.
Yeah.
But he's tried to get me
Juggalos or whatever.
The Juggalos, the gathering of the Juggalos is what he wanted me to go to. He's talking about, man, they spray soda all over you and everything. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. A bunch of clowns about to spray soda all over me.
Juggalos are looking for me.
Yeah, that's somebody that people say no to. Actually, you know what? It sounds kind of cool. He says like there's a bunch of man. Now look, I'm not the biggest Insane Clown Posse fan, but they do make me laugh. When I've seen them in some fucking trailers.
They're clowns.
That's what. Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean, come on. So that's what they get paid to do. I don't care what they're doing.
Yeah.
Rapping, I'm laughing.
Rapping clowns. How can you not laugh at that? But I saw some trailers from some shit they did. The movies are so bad that they're funny.
Yeah.
The Big Money Hustler and all that kind of shit.
I had a friend of mine. He let me borrow two of those films where I was just, number one, I was shocked that they actually had films, and I'm thinking, how come we don't have fucking films? Like, what the?
They got. That's what I'm talking about.
Where do they find the time to make this shit?
Insane Clown Posse got fucking movies and Weed Spill ain't got shit.
Corey got one film under his belt. Fucking Clown Posse got 14. What are you not doing, Corey?
Apparently not dressing up like a fucking clown and rapping. What are you not doing?
Apparently that makeup is motivation.
Yeah, I know. We need to get some clown makeup. Get out there and start doing this shit for real.
No, I know.
Man, but so he was like, I said I'd go, but my schedule being what it is. But finally he said, look, I want to get you a ticket. Come out to Kansas City, go to the Warped Tour. And he told me he was playing. There was only about 2 people that I knew, maybe 3. And I was like, all right, one of those I really want to see, Andrew WK.
Oh yeah.
And so I said, that's worth
Party
enough
guy.
for me. Party. You want a fucking party? And then he also had that, what, party all night long, no, whatever. You know,
Party is
every song's about party. Yeah.
It's about rocking and partying.
Rocking and partying. And the dude is crazy. But so I said, man, you know what? I've been having a hard time right now. And I was like, I said, I'll come out and I can still take my computer and work.
Right.
And but this will be a nice just change of scenery. So yeah, on Monday I went out it was Sunday evening. Went to Kansas City. He got the ticket for the Warped Tour. And then we went there, had a good time, came back, and just kind of rested up. And then I came back on Tuesday.
That's cool for you. But I was like, I think where I was hanging out with somebody, I was like, yeah, have you heard from Corey? And I was like, I think he went on a trip somewhere. And I was like, what? On a trip? And I'm hanging out here fucking in that fucking just hanging out in a room, and he's already on a trip having a good time. I was worried about that motherfucker. I was like Carlisle said, I was talking him down from the fucking building, and all of a sudden he's out having a good time. And I was like, did he just? I guess he just no. Some fan took him. What? And I was like, God damn it. Okay, and then I thought, okay, Corey went to Comic-Con, he went to the Warped Tour, he went to Coachella, and I thought, what in the fuck was that motherfucker bitching about?
Complaining about.
God damn it, motherfucker. God damn. I'm like, you know what I told my friend, you know where I went this summer? Fucking jack shit nowhere. You ever heard of that place?
Oh, that place is cool.
You ain't never gonna find it on a map.
Heard the margaritas there are wonderful.
Yeah.
Mwah.
As nowhere. That's what.
As nowhere.
That's exactly.
USA.
That's my new destination every summer. As nowhere. And I'm just like, God damn it, Corey. Man, I want to talk you back up on that.
I know, yeah.
Jump, motherfucker.
Well, it was funny because when Jamie called me, because he's like, okay, he said, what are you doing later today? Let's go ahead and have our talk. And I said, okay, call me. He said, can I call you around 2:00? I was like, yeah. So he called. He's like, yeah, so let's talk seriously about these things. And he's like, wait a minute. Where are you? And I was like, I'm in Kansas City partying down at You like, you motherfucker, you putting us through this shit. You out there party. You motherfucking party.
I'm in the mosh pit right now, Jamie. Keep talking. I got all kinds of
I was
plans.
waiting on him to be like that. You motherfucking talking about you depressed and sad. You out there partying and shit. Fuck you. Man, and I did have a good time. I just went like, I figured like, and here's what I thought. I figured it was like one day, and even then, it wasn't like I could get away and do a whole lot of shit. Like I was in the airport podcasting.
Oh, I heard.
And the motherfucker kicked me out of there.
I heard.
But the dude was cool, just grinning.
That's good.
Hey man, that's how you gotta go. The security, you gotta go. And I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go. And he was just almost like he was this close to like saying, can I be in on it? Because he was like,
oh, yeah.
He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You recording yourself right now? I was like, yeah. He's like, really? What are you saying? I was like, no. Say, man, we're just doing a podcast. I'm just recording. I was like, I'll get my stuff up. Okay, all right.
I do a little bit of recording myself.
Yeah, it's Shooby-Doo-Wah.
I have a show. It's on Spill.com.
I thought I recognized you.
I missed the last Let's Do This. I cannot wait to hear it today. Oh, shit.
Man,
he would have pulled a Rodney King on you.
Well, that's what I was waiting, because he was reaching in his pocket, and I thought, oh shit, I'm about to get tasered like a motherfucker. But instead, he was reaching for his walkie-talkie. I was like, and he's just letting, yeah, it's under control. And I was like, whew, man, I'm glad you didn't shoot me or nothing. He did a little twirl. He twirled around like a little dance, and he looked at me like, I have no gun.
Are you serious?
And that's when I was like, fuck you. And I tackled him, tied him up, and while I did my podcast. And no, I finished the podcasting later that night. Yeah. I guess you heard I had to sit by a cat box.
Yeah, I heard.
That's the only place I could get like good reception, and it was quiet there. So,
hey, did you know that show abruptly ended? I don't know if you knew that.
What show?
Your show. At least when I was listening to it, it was like you were in mid-sentence, and it cuts off. But I don't know. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
I don't know.
I was about to call you just to let you know, but I don't think.
Well, it's already up, so fuck it. It's been up there 2 days. So.
And I was surprised. I didn't see anybody in the comments mention it, so I thought. At first, I thought it was maybe my computer or something, but then I was like, well, no. I was looking at the time, but anyway, it's no biggie.
Hey, nobody cared.
Yeah,
nobody gave a shit. So, but man, yeah. So I was still working. I did the video game show, and hey, I got to ask you. Yeah. You want to come on to the video game show? You got time? Want to be regular on there?
Fuck,
yeah.
I ain't doing nothing.
Kevin's now. See, I really like Kevin. Kevin's cool. And I'm gonna talk.
Yeah.
And Kevin's gonna think I'm talking shit about him, but I'm not, because Kevin is really the backbone of that. I'm not gonna lie. Kevin.
Yeah, I heard, and that guy, he knows his shit.
He knows his shit, and he has the connections. Like
Yeah.
he has all the connections with the reps, the PR people, the people who set up interviews, send us games. He's been sending me some games already. You'll hear some of the games I've reviewed on the next podcast that goes up. But the only thing that's missing is that he's new, and he's being really nice. Like, he doesn't want to step on my toes.
Yeah.
And he wants to just kind of take his turn and do things. And I'm thinking, I know what it is. We just haven't been acclimated to each other that well, even though I've been on his podcast before and talk crazy. He doesn't want to do the same thing here. And a lot of
you guys are on Skype. I mean, and I know, did you do his show when you were in New York? Or how?
No. I did it on Skype.
Oh, okay.
I've done his show probably, I'm going to say twice. I thought I did it 3 times, but I'm going to say I've done it twice, maybe 3. But I would do it over Skype. Yeah. And so I like this guy. I can't stress to you how much I like this guy. Kevin is a really cool guy. I just want to bring another person in so that we can bring more of that humor in there, because I'm kind of the same way. I don't want to just start spouting off a bunch of jokes and whatnot, because I just don't want to seem like I'm too goofy, and which I'm already am.
Too late, Corey.
I know. Well, you don't want to see him, you motherfucker, you are. And I don't want to. I know that he's getting used to it, and so I don't want to throw him off by just saying a bunch of crazy shit.
No, that's cool. And I know being on Skype, it's a little, it's different. I mean, it's not like, when we do our show. We're in
the same room.
Yeah, we're in the same room, so we can read each other what we're about to do. But and I know, I know that show's still diamond in the rough. But I mean, if you guys want me on board, I'll do it.
Well, I started just doing it with us so I can see how it goes and let him get used to it. I don't want to overwhelm him, but I think at this point it's okay if we bring in somebody else as a regular. We're going to need more people to do reviews and whatnot anyway for video games.
Well, let me know what you need. So
like
I said, Corey, nobody's flying my ass anywhere. I'm staying right here. So need something to do, please.
Well, there you go. I'm thinking like you can come in and we'll set up a time to do it, and you'll come in and we'll have him on Skype, of course, because he's in Cleveland. Okay. But people don't think I'm doing this because I think he's bad. I really like the guy. I really do. But I want to help him loosen up, and I think it'll help him loosen up if he sees 2 people kind of joking around, because I really don't want to bombard him with the stupidity yet. And
too late.
I know, yeah.
It's like
you don't want to bombard him with the stupidity? Are you on the mic, Corey? Then you are bombarding him with stupidity.
Have you listened to your show?
Yeah.
No. It'll be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I like to. I'm curious how, talking to that dude, how we'd riff together. So, but hey, man, let me know what you guys are fucking playing, and I'll check it out. I bought God of War 3 today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, which I got it real cheap.
It's a badass game, man.
I got it for $15. Don't ask how, but I do plan on buying. They have a double disc of God of War 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. You want to play the whole series?
I was told to play those 2 games really because the storyline apparently is what really drives that fucking game.
No, it's not.
Really? Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious with all those games. The first one, yes. Okay. The next,
no.
It's just him being. In the game, there's this dude named Kratos, and Kratos. The more you play the game with him, the more of a motherfucker he turns out to be.
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah.
The guy by the last game. I don't like the dude. I don't. I mean,
I'm playing him
because he's just. I know that, and that's unique. He's an anti-hero. Yeah. But fuck, man, he's
fucked up.
He's really fucked up. You're gonna see. I don't want to ruin any part of God of War 3, but there's some innocent people that he just tosses around and kills, and it's like, man, you're an asshole.
He ain't fucking no goats in the
no. He's just
sticking his dick in anybody's pie.
He might as well.
Yeah.
He might as well wipe his ass with your towels and just leave it on the sink. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff.
I'm God of War, motherfucker.
Shit.
I want.
I'm Kratos, bitch.
I'm Fat Giants, motherfucker.
But the gameplay is what makes the game. See, people. God of War 3 deals with Kratos, who says, I'm going against the gods, the Greek gods. They fucked me over, and now I'm going after them. I'm going to kill each one of them. And so he goes up against all these guys that we know, including people like Hercules and who is a demigod, but he goes up against actual gods, like the mightiest god of all. He's working his way up to like Zeus. And it's the spectacle of the game that really makes it. Like you'll fight like the what is it, the Spartans, and is it, no, not the Spartan, but it's the
Leonidas?
No. There's a what am I thinking of here? Anyway, that you'll fight enemies that are incredibly huge,
like Titans.
The Titans, yeah. You'll fight Titans. You'll fight your boss levels include fighting gods like Poseidon, who he's riding these huge giant horses composed of water, and you're just a speck on the screen, and you're gonna wonder like, how the fuck am I supposed to beat this? And it's an incredible looking game. The gameplay is innovative in its scope, and the battle in it is just fun. It's just fun to go through and just chop people up and slice people and everything. And for a little while, Kratos' attitude is fun because he's just kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tear everybody apart. But after a while, you're thinking like, I would like to care about this character that I'm playing, and he's a dick.
He was such a prick. I'd send him a nice card.
yeah. So I wouldn't say it's a story that matters at all because everything involves him like, I must destroy you. I'm Kratos. He's like, okay, we got it by this point. All right. Kill everybody. Fucking kick ass, take names, all that kind of shit.
Good.
All
okay. Well, all right. Now,
but the game,
you just save me some money.
But it is like
your money. But
these games are they're art. This whole thing about games being art, fuck it. Games are art because there are some games that you just kind of want to play to show people. Look at this.
I was telling you the other day, like when I was talking about the what is it, Sucker Punch movie?
Yeah.
Where I mean the visuals of that trailer just fucking blew me away to where I was like, it's about time. Even though it has like a video game mentality to it, I always wondered, especially after seeing you guys play God of War 3, where it just blew me away. Where you see your character running up on these huge like titans. Doing battle on the hand of some creature. I'm just like, how come I can't get this shit in a goddamn movie like Clash of the Titans? How come I can't see this shit? We already have people who are envisioning these huge like cinematic, just really great battle scenes where they're epic in scope. I mean, just shit you've never seen before. But why am I reduced to seeing it in a video game? Why can't they take this shit to the next level where it belongs, which is film?
Yeah. No, it's that you're exactly right. God of War 3 is probably a lot more fun than Clash of the Titans. It's more. It's more epic.
The first 5 minutes of watching you guys play that shit, I was like, it was more interesting to me than Clash of the Titans could ever be.
No, there's some games that you keep. You might not even play them that much, but you just want to keep them because every now and then you just want to look at them. Yeah. You just want to see how beautiful they are. Mm-hmm. And that's why I always make the argument that video games, yes, they are art. And Shadow of the Colossus is one of the biggest examples of that. But there's another game that I'm playing right now, and it's really starting to capture that essence of mood in a game where a lot of people say, they use the argument, well, I don't know if you can make that argument. Yeah, maybe some games scare you, or maybe they put you in a mood of melancholy or sadness or terror, or maybe they may just make you happy. But has a video game ever made you cry? And I have to look at those people. I have to say, when you look at a painting, how many paintings have you seen that made you cry? I mean, seriously, how many paintings have you watched? I mean, not watched like on TV. How many museums have you been to? Or how many paintings have you just looked at on a wall and they just brought you to tears? And paintings are when we say the word art, what's the first thing that comes to mind? A painting. Yeah. That is the epitome of what comes to people's minds when we say the word art. And I can't think of one painting that has made me cry. All right, so I don't want to hear this shit about, well, just because I didn't cry from a video game. Well, fuck you, bitch. I'm about to make you cry. I'm kicking your fucking nuts.
Well, Robin died. I cried. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Hi, Robin. Sure he's a punk-ass kid, but that's not his fault. Oh no, man! But you know a game though I'm really fucking looking forward to. Obviously, and you should already know this.
What?
Arkham Asylum 2. I saw a trailer for it the other day. Somebody put it up on my page, and it was a trailer, which doesn't mean shit, but just the idea, just knowing that another Arkham Asylum is about to come out.
Arkham Asylum was a badass game. That's one of the few superhero games.
I'm still playing it.
Oh yeah, no, that's one of the few games that make you feel like you are actually that superhero. I think Spider-Man was one game that came out not too long ago where you had free roaming through the city by web slinging, and it just gave you this freedom of feeling like Spider-Man.
You feel like those characters. That was the cool thing about the Batman game. At least when I was playing, it was like, wow, it's like they're making you think with this game, and you do feel like Batman when you're fucking playing.
You know, the good
why
thing
did it take so long? How come Batman and Robin from the movie video game didn't do that?
Didn't do this shit. Yeah,
even though Raymond thought it did.
Did Raymond like Batman and Robin?
Dude, Raymond. I remember walking in. I remember rolling my eyes in here one night, and Raymond ran to me and just said, dude, you got to play this game. I'm like, all right, well, what game are you talking about? Dude, it's going to sound crazy, but Batman and Robin, that game is fucking badass. That game is the shit.
And it was based on the movie?
It was based on the goddamn movie. And I looked at him, and I gave him almost the same look I gave him when he told me about his Boba Fett meets the Emperor story.
Meets the Emperor story?
I was like, all right, Raymond. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
Yeah, sell it to me, Raymond.
I'm all ears, man. What you got?
Oh man, but I tell you what, though, Corey, I'll be looking forward. I think we're gonna have a good time with that show, man.
Man, we are, and we got to work though. We have to eventually work this up into a video, and I ran it by Kevin. I think I got an idea for it.
All right.
So I think we're gonna be good. It's probably gonna be a little more not formal, but a little more formatted than our reviews. But
that's cool.
And it's probably gonna be once a month. But we're talking about way down the line where we can actually work out our schedules and get all this other stuff sorted out. But yeah, you're gonna have a good time. I just want to say on our next show, I'm gonna be reviewing a game called Limbo. It's a game that you download off of Xbox Live Arcade, and it's a gorgeous game, man. It really it is a creepy, gorgeous game, and it's in black and white. It's almost as if what would happen if you're gonna hear all kind of people compare this shit. Now I should just say my review. Just imagine if David Lynch, back in his Eraserhead days, decided to direct a video game.
Oh wow.
And it's not as weird as that, but it does have that creepy atmosphere.
Feels like kind of a surreal type.
It does.
Wow.
It's a lot of. I'm gonna be pretentious and use this, but it feels very German expressionism. Like you can almost see. It feels. What if you combine Tim Burton, David Lynch, and the Cabin of Dr. Caligari. Yeah, all that together. Maybe a little bit of Nosferatu.
Yeah.
But
wow.
But also told from a child's point of view. You would have. It's hard to describe. And it's just a platform game. It's a simple platform game.
It sounds fucking great.
It's called Limbo, and you can download it. It's not an expensive game. Short game, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll save my review for the other show. Yeah, but
it's only for Xbox.
Only for Xbox Live. Yeah. Okay, I guess. Yeah, you don't have an Xbox. That's what I said too. I don't even know why I have an Xbox. I was just like, because I'm playing my PlayStation 3 so much, and when they said it wasn't available for PlayStation, I was like, fuck, shit. I was like, what am I talking about? I got an Xbox.
That sounds awesome. Tell me all about it.
Anyway, people, man, this has been like one of those hour-long introductions.
Yeah, I guess so.
Should we even bother saying let's do this?
Well, we have to.
We have to, of course.
We got to let people know what show this is.
All right, people.
Forget.
God damn, before it gets too hot in here, because believe it or not, we said it was going to be a short show, but we got a couple other things to cover here.
Yep.
A couple of videos people sent us, and it sparked off a conversation before we started recording, and I was like, man, this is going to be a good topic here. Just open up a whole other bunch of topics that we got to talk about here. All right, people, before I sit up here, my brain just melts out my earlobes. Let me go ahead and rev up the bullshit train right here. Put some more of that bullshit in the oven.
Crank that shit.
Get that oven going. Get the engine started. It's ready. You see that picture somebody drew of us on the bullshit train?
Well, oh yeah, yeah, I did.
I got to put that picture up this week. Look crazy, but I forgot who drew that picture.
Chocolate train.
But it looked good. Yeah, but like a chocolate rabbit. But you know what? You're not too far from that. That train does look kind of like this. So we can get on it. Get on it. You ready? Let's oh man, we ready to go. See why you stumbling here this late, man? Damn.
What the hell are you
Look, he
doing?
got a controller in his hand. He's back there playing Xbox. Look at him. He want to get on the video game madness too.
No, sorry, man.
go to that's you can't do that.
Go to live. Get the hell out of here. Wait,
shit. Where you pulling that controller at, man? Look out. What you doing? Settle down, boy.
Plugging your guitar.
Oh, look at that. Now he's pulling out his Rock Band guitar. Ain't no real guitar, man. Let's see what you can make. Let's see what you can do with that. All right, Ghosty, pull on your little Rock Band guitar. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Let's do this. Oh shit, he got all that sound come out of that. I didn't know our song was featured on Rock Band. Listen to that right there. I say our song like that's our song. Like we had that made especially for us. We stole that song. We know. But I'm amazed, Ghosty. Let them go. Green and red. Oh.
Click the pause button, you dumbass. What are you doing? All right,
man. You were talking about this video.
Oh yeah, that video. And I was gonna tell you, man, Corey, you think you got problems, boy? you ain't got the kind of problems these people got.
I don't have people climbing in bed with me in the middle of the night trying to rape me, except for you.
And Sammy's girlfriend.
We talking about Sammy's good Sammy. You know how many times I woke up on this couch and Sammy's like, "Hello, Sammy, put your clothes on, man.
You look very nice tonight."
How you doing, man? No, it's this video. It's been going around, and I know a lot of people have heard about it. Some people put it on our page and.
Thank God they did.
I'm gonna talk about it. You gonna talk about it because it's new to us. I just saw it a couple of days ago.
I saw it I saw it a couple of days ago too. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, it's
perfect, and it fucking
perfect material.
Cracked me up. Now, if you haven't listened to it, it's funny, and you gotta watch the video because it sounds crazy enough. But when you see the guy who's talking, and you can kind of tell by his voice that he's insane. Oh, yeah. But when you see him, it all fits together perfectly. Let's go ahead. And now this is a news report. Some girl, she claims, and I'm sure it happened. Everybody knows it happened. Some guy broke into her room, crawled in bed with her, and she says that this guy had the intentions of raping her. Now the guy got scared off, ran away, and it's not the girl's testimony that you want to pay attention to. Is that her brother talking? When her brother comes on, it's almost insensitive to me because he's not concerned about his sister's safety. This Negro is just happy to be on camera.
He is somehow performing. I don't know how you go about doing this, but he's a master of it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He starts telling exactly what's going on, and you just have to listen to it.
Yeah, I think the phrase for what you're trying to say is showing your ass.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look.
Terrifying moments for a woman who woke up to a strange man in bed with her. The woman screamed. Her brother rushed in to help and tried to fight the offender off. That break-in happened early this morning in the 500 block of Webster Drive.
I like the way they got the CSI GPS thing going on. It's they just zeroed in on this girl's projects like they're about to bomb her building.
It looks like a scene from Salt.
Yeah. It looks like some spy shit. Like they just zeroed in on her location. They're about to drop a bomb on her projects.
Yeah, and anyone living on Webster Street. It ain't good. Some shit is going down on Webster Street.
I think that rapist had the GPS system right here, and he parachuted into her room.
Huntsville, WFF 48's Elizabeth Gemma caught up with the victim. Elizabeth, emotions were running high.
In other words, he means niggas was foolish. Emotions were running high.
I was thinking, did he see this footage before he actually heard it? Go, God damn.
I like the way news people have to be so subtle about it. They have to be so professional. Emotions were running high. Yeah. No, motherfuckers were acting crazy, okay?
Like that motherfucker was high.
Yeah.
And people were high.
No, emotions weren't high. That motherfucker was high.
Yeah.
And Mark, the woman, the victim, tells us that a man broke into her house and tried to rape her. Her brother went in and he tried to...
See, she even want to laugh.
help her out, but the man got away, leaving behind, though, evidence of his visit. Kelly Dodson was asleep with her little girl inside their apartment on Webster Drive when...
I was attacked by some idiot from out here in the projects.
Dodson.
You know what's even funnier, though? If you look at the video before they do the interview, you can tell there's a cameraman on her. and she's just rambling. God knows how long this interview really took.
Yeah.
She's like doing some kind of rant. It seems like it's going on.
Shit went
she's
on,
really into it. Yeah, she's going on forever, and you can tell they're like, I don't know how we're gonna fucking edit
I
this.
just like the way this is why I love ghetto girls, man. This girl's already turning me on. I love hood rats, man. Let me tell you why. Because had this been in the suburbs and been some white chick, she would have been like, I just woke up and there was a man in my bed. Oh God, I'm gonna be in therapy for the next 3 months. I don't know, can't tell you how terrifying this was. And she's like, some motherfucker from the projects was in my bed, but don't worry, my brother got him. Something like that. Some idiot.
Yeah, some asshole didn't know who he was dealing with.
Yeah.
He don't know my family.
I find that fucking.
That.
I know.
Don't do that.
Some idiot. You know, some white girl would have been like, some fiend broke into my home and accosted me in my bed, and she's like,
I don't want to talk about it.
it's happening every week. Some idiot trying to climb in my bed. That's all right though. We got him
once again. And you know what? Another funny thing is, I love how there's this guy just like standing in front of this window where they're showing you the exact window that the assailant apparently jumped up on and got in the room. But there's this guy just hanging out with his hand in his pocket.
Yeah, just hanging out in front of it.
And the whole thing, the whole time I'm thinking, maybe that motherfucker's the rapist there. He tried to go back. And the camera just zoomed around. It's like, oh.
He kind of like, well, shit, if I just blend in, I never figured out it's me.
I'm right next to this pole.
Yeah.
Maybe
They never think the rapist would come back to the scene of the crime.
Hey, I'm just looking at all the scenery. I'm watching the boats go by.
Well, yeah. Just waiting for 10:30 so I can break back in.
Says her attacker used a garbage can to climb onto the unit's leg.
That garbage can is still right there. Like nobody moved it.
No, it's still there.
It's still there for another rapist to climb up and do his thing.
That's why it makes so much sense to think that maybe that guy,
that dude,
he moved that shit back.
Yeah.
At least moved it one way. He went and grabbed it. No. I need this.
I ain't got no ladder. Hey, Coles is right. Look at the video. It's a dude in a white shirt, looking like he's up to no good.
Looking very suspicious. It had nothing to do with his color. He's looking very suspicious.
Opened the upstairs window, and then he got in bed with her.
He tried to rape me. He tried to pull my clothes off.
Dodson struck.
See, she ain't phased at all.
Oh, no.
Tried to rape me, tried to pull my clothes off. Shit, my shirt and pants still on.
No, she got that slinky neck going on. Go ahead.
I know.
No. You got in my bed.
Got that
bed.
Got that gyrating neck. Yeah.
My pants.
Something is attracting me to that girl. I don't know why.
I know. You know, there is something, and I'll tell you where she looks really hot to me later. But the thing is, I love how they show this room where it looks like they're still moving in.
It's funny. The sheets are folded nice and crisp.
I know.
The fucking mattress is like got no comforter on it or anything. Yeah, it looked like they just moved in there.
Yeah.
Well, y'all need to vacuum in here. The news people coming.
5 pound weights there.
Yeah, you see that shit?
Like,
that what
her
that
and her
is?
brother sharing the same bed.
All right, let's see.
With her attacker knocking over items in her bedroom. Antoine Dodson heard his sister scream
And the thing is,
ran to help.
Okay, now here come the brother right here.
This guy right here.
And this is what makes me laugh. You the thumbnail that they use on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You see that picture right there?
It looked like he was. This is the type of guy that looks like he was shook, shook one too many times by his parents. And I love how the shot they show before. There's a shot with him in the living room with like 30 other people in there.
With 30 other people. I love how this story is talking about rape, and it's like we talked to her brother. He's in the living room rapping and shit. Yeah.
He's doing his own show already. The camera just happened to walk in on it.
And the dude looks great. Let's just listen to him.
Screamed and ran to help.
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
It's like, oh no, it's rape season.
Wabbit season. Yeah. Rape season. Now it's rape season. And this dude, okay, now he looks, this this is what this is. You can never write shit like this. You just gotta look to real life. People always asking us, how can I write a script? Look at the fucking news. Yeah. Because you can't write characters like this out of nowhere. This dude.
Watch Cops. Like, get 5 seasons of Cops and make a script out of all that shit.
No.
It's better than any Hollywood shit coming out right now.
He's got these big eyes. He's got this little Pierre mustache. He's got on a red bandana, and it looks like there's a mushroom cloud of an afro in the back of his head. Yeah. And he's a skinny little thing. He looks like the Geico lizard.
Yeah. If Mr. Glass from Unbreakable had a baby with a Geico lizard, it would be this guy.
Because he does kind of have a like Samuel Jackson look to him.
He looks when he's standing, it looks like the wind is blowing so hard he can't stay still. It's like he's about to fly away.
And I couldn't figure out when they were talking about man climbs in a woman's bed. When I saw the thumbnail of this on YouTube and it was him, I was like, is that her? Yeah. Because I can't tell if that's a dude or a chick right now.
I thought so too. I was like, God damn.
I'm like, who climbed in her bed?
Who's trying to fucking rape that thing?
I don't know. How horny do you have to be that you got to fucking rape this chick right here?
Is that a blind man raping people?
Yeah. He looks like a little black Frenchman with a fucking afro puff in the back of his head and a red bandana on.
It looks like he's about to like go scrub some toilets or something. Some housework.
But and ain't worried about his sister at all. Just fucking showing out in front of the camera. But wait, there's more. He ain't finished yet.
Hacker got loose and went out the upstairs window, but he did leave something behind.
We got your T-shirt. You done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
A crime scene investigator photographed and dusted for prints on the lid of the garbage can and the window pane and ledge.
You know they gonna catch this motherfucker. They showed a guy out there with a camera look like Forrest Gump. You know.
And the whole time I'm looking at that guy, I can just in his mind he's like, oh God.
Oh yeah, I got out of here.
Hope I don't get raped.
These Negroes are crazy out here. I gotta get out of here. You know he ain't dusting for nothing. He just acting like he's doing that so he can help get the fuck out. Yeah. Crime scene like that would take probably a whole day. He's gone in like 15 minutes. I guarantee you. Get the hell out of here.
Like these are her brother's prints. Oh God. I just need to get out of here.
I'm not saying anything.
Sun's about to go down.
Brother come up behind her. What you doing? Nothing, sir. Your secret is safe with me.
Oh God, the news team's leaving. Wait.
Godson says he's never seen the perp before, but sends this warning to whoever is responsible.
You don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now, so you can run and tell that, homeboy.
Damn.
Well,
I love that.
Co-host, I guess I better turn myself in.
You don't turn yourself in. They're gonna find you. Oh, here they come.
I know. I got you, homeboy. I ran, told that.
I can smell you.
You know, I don't know if I can outwit this super sleuth right here. We got a regular Sherlock in the hood. You know, I don't know if I can outwit this dude.
I love that. Look at that. Anytime you push a freeze frame on this guy,
it's crazy.
Yeah, the picture is priceless. Like, this is art. When I look at this card,
this is art. Yeah,
right there. You
know what?
That guy? Yeah.
This brings me to tears from laughter. This fool is fucking crazy, man. And you can tell he's just a flaming homosexual too, boy.
I was trying to figure that. This guy has me more confused than Pat, because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This guy, like, I can't tell. I mean, he has a lot of attitude. He has more attitude than his sister.
Oh yeah.
But I tell you what, though, what I really love about this is how he looks at that camera and he's like, he might as well be talking to the criminal, which you wish more people would do that. It's like, we know what you fucking did. You ain't getting away with this, aren't you?
Oh, I know.
Coming after you. We're right behind you right now. Don't you dare turn around, because we're going to...
I'm telling you, like, normally I think, oh, man, this guy ain't shit. I can take him. But that attitude right there, I'd be like, so I'm leaving the state right now. I'm gone.
Have you seen a girl fight? Now, that shit is... Yeah.
This dude right here. Fuck it.
I don't want to see those bony arms flailing
around. You see, because you know what he'll do. He'll be like, you'll be running with him on top of your head like a gremlin. You know, like, get him off.
And he'll out-scream you.
Yeah, I got you. I told you I was gonna get you. I got you.
I told you, but I got you now.
The fuck off me. Somebody get this man off me.
No. Oh,
like a cat, you know, just stuck to your head. Get this motherfucker off me. Like a cat with an afro. Fuck. And you know what has me laughing? You know, usually sometimes he probably dresses up in drag or something because he just got that kind of attitude. Usually probably got a perm.
Yeah.
And that hair is just extra dry today, just just crispy. You see that shit, motherfucker?
It looked like it was caught in a grease fire because that shit just exploded.
That motherfucker guy. You know how Ernie and Bert got that little tuft of hair on the top of the hair? That's what his hair is like. It's all.
You better watch out. This guy's gonna come after us.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're badass, all right?
And whoever called me Ernie and Bert, you ain't got to worry about confessing and doing a podcast. I got you. I'm gonna get you.
We gonna find you.
I'm gonna give you goddamn Muppet hair.
Yeah. You and that goddamn faggy ass robot. He's a fag.
If you have any information on this crime, you're urged to call Huntsville Police Department. We'll have much more from the victims of that attack coming up tonight at 6.
Ain't nobody calling shit.
You know what? No, hell. The thing is, she shouldn't have said that because I think everybody's going to call. It's like, yeah, we found him. Send that dude over.
Yeah.
We can't wait. We can't wait to see this shit.
I like the way you put that, though. It's like, I wish, I do too. More people look at the camera and be like, I don't give a fuck what you do. We gonna find you.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can talk about Crime Stoppers and all that kind of shit. And yeah, if you know if this person called this and that, fuck it. We coming for you.
You see these cops over here? We don't need those motherfuckers. No, we don't need them. You wish they were on you. No, we're coming.
You gonna need them once I get you.
Yeah. Look at this, bitch.
You gonna wish you had the cops.
Pulled out a machete.
God damn, boy.
I was like, it's one of those things where I always wanted to see that. I always wanted to see like just somebody so pissed off they're like, I'm coming after you. And even a criminal who gets caught going, yes, I did, and I'll do it again. You haven't heard the last of me.
Run tell that, homeboy. That's crazy,
but I tell you what, okay, the chick right here, Kelly Dodson, right there, she looks pretty goddamn hot.
And see, I like gap tooth girls. She got a gap in her tooth. She like a lot of in France they say having a gap in your teeth is kind of. I don't know what it is about her, man, but she's
sexy. I mean,
it is.
Even if she did fix her teeth, man, I mean, she'd be Holly Berry hot. Actually,
I think she would. I like her, man.
I love.
I might have to crawl in bed with her. Take that risk.
The things I would do with that slinky head. I'm sorry.
Yo, you better watch that. Her brother might be listening.
I want to tell Antonio or whatever.
Now, here's the fun thing about these sensations, man. The latest craze. Oh, fuck, did I lose it? No, here it is. It's on here.
It's right there.
The latest craze for these internet sensations is to take it and put the auto-tune.
The magic of the
on
auto-tune.
Yes. They take it and they apply the auto-tune to the dialogue. The people just talking. These people, they're just talking off the top of their heads, whatever comes to mind. These aren't lyrics.
No.
They didn't write this with the thought of putting this to music. But thanks to the gift of auto-tune, any crazy thing that comes out of your mouth can be a song.
And instant. I was about to tell you who right now in hip hop is the greatest hip hop artist right now.
Right now, who is the greatest? Yeah. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
I'll say Jay-Z.
He better get the fuck out of town because he has, and what's this guy's name? Anthony Dodson to deal with now because this guy he's going to be a chart topper, Corey. I guarantee it. I want to be his manager.
Let's listen to it. When this man was going crazy on camera, he didn't know how musically talented he was. He didn't know the hit.
This motherfucker went to bed and woke up next morning with gold right there.
Yeah, oh man. Listen to this shit. People, that rant that you heard this guy go on, they got a fucking song out of it.
They did, and that shit's going to hit the charts. It's going to be a solid gold record.
You're going to hear this in the clubs. Johnny and Jay-Z might be performing with this guy at some point.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're raping everybody out here.
You ain't gotta confess.
Looking for you, we gon' find you. We gon' find you till you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that. Oh boy, oh boy.
And the fool is, you know what? He's dancing too.
is. I know. It's like did he really did he plan this? That's all I could think about. Is like, was this planned from the get go?
God damn, people,
he just sees the future and he's like, okay, this is exactly what
I better get my moves when I'm talking about this, because somebody gonna write some music to this shit. This shit is so good coming out. This shit is hot coming out of my mouth. God damn.
This right here is testimony that a good majority of black people do have soul.
Yes.
This is testimony to it, right?
Because
the proof is right here.
Right here, because he wasn't even singing at first. Boom, song right there. His sister almost got raped. Boom, wrote a song about it.
Talk about tragedy turning into success. This is it.
We got your t-shirt and the fingerprints and all you are so dumb. You are really dumb. So real.
The man got away, leaving behind evidence.
Even the news reporter got rhythm. Look at that.
She's like, God damn, move over, Lady Gaga. You got this news reporter to deal with now. Rihanna,
the man got away, leaving behind evidence. I was attacked by some idiot in the project. So dumb,
right there.
So dumb.
That chick singing his sister. That when I saw that right there where she was singing that lyric, for some reason she just got super hot to me.
For some reason to me too.
Yeah, dude, I was like, wow.
She became almost like Beyonce for a moment.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
With her latest hit, I Almost Got Raped.
Put her in a nice black dress.
Man, bring her out on stage. Shit.
Yeah, some high heels.
Jennifer, you know how Jennifer Hudson kind of got hot all of a sudden because, she got famous and had to lose a little weight and put on some makeup and all. Yeah, you could do the same thing with this girl here.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving behind evidence. I was attacked by some idiot in the project. So dumb.
He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up. Trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. And hide your husband. Cause they're raising everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. So you can run and tell that. Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Homeboy. Homeboy.
Damn, that shit is hot.
It's fucking fantastic.
Fucking genius. These guys who do that, they're called Auto-Tune the News. I think that's who they are because I've seen these two guys before. I'm sure they're Auto-Tune the News. And I have to say, man, they're extremely talented for doing all this shit.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I was like, wow, that
shit is like South Park. It's like the next day they got a song written about this shit.
I mean, it's like gold in your lap. It's like they looked at that thing and they're like,
we got to do
this. Somebody did the genius fucking button clicked on.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, they made that. Wow.
Man, and I know the guys must be good musicians because in this part right here, you got one of the guys playing piano as they close out the video. I know this part, you're like, I hate this part, but I like this part. One of the guys he's not putting any auto-tune in it. He's actually singing it in a sort of in a spoofingly way, but I don't know if I just made up a word, spoofingly.
I'll give you credit.
I love it when that.
I know, like that's the last shot. That is the best shot. Her standing there with a microphone. The reporter.
Yeah.
He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up. Trying to rape them, so you need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, 'cause they raping everybody out there.
I love that part too. Shit, that's
well, they are musically inclined. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's up there playing the piano all day. Yeah. Shit like that. You see people joking around who can just joke around and play the piano and like play the piano well, but still just like, nah, this ain't nothing. I'm just playing around. Fucking hate that, man. It makes, cause I can't do it.
Yeah, I know.
I got no fucking talent, man. These motherfuckers, it just makes you feel worthless. Like, goddamn, I got nothing I do well, man.
I know. It's like you look at that. I was like, goddamn, they took like a day to do that, and fucking internet sensation. Damn it!
No, it took me half a year to do some shit like that. I'll be trying to write an orchestration behind that shit.
Yeah.
No, it has to be good. Trying to be Danny Elfman writing some shit like that.
This is far more entertaining than a lot of big budget features I've seen.
Ah, no, man, shit.
It's like, wow.
Shit, that's the best song I heard all year.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, did you get to see that?
What, the Saw thing?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
We were talking about that. Well, when we were talking about,
I remember talking about it last week. Yeah.
They actually did it. Somebody in England actually has the Saw. Fucking
no, I said that there was a Saw ride.
Okay, maybe you did. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's that because
I never. Well, yeah, I guess I saw it recently, but
Yeah. No, I knew they had a Saw ride. I think we're talking about doing a Freddy Krueger ride.
Right. Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Man, but you made a good point before we started out. You said listening to this just goes to show you if you put auto-tune to anybody out there can fucking sing. Yeah. All these rappers and singers who do auto-tune now, y'all need to save it for this kind of shit because it's making me think like automatically when you start using auto-tune that you can't sing.
Oh yeah, no.
Are you using this as some sort of gimmick?
After this, it is a gimmick now. After this video, it strictly now is a gimmick. I mean, it's a joke now. It's a joke tool. It's about as jokey as I'd say the kazoo. Because and listening to this, I was just like, wow, these people weren't even singing. They were just talking, and you got an instant hit song on your hands with this goddamn video, and I was like, what does that say to everyone using this auto-tune?
Using this auto-tune shit, yeah. I mean, you don't even have to do it with talking. People do it with just sounds. That video, The Best Cry Ever, somebody made a song out of that dude crying. That was the video where that dude was talking to his dad like, from the bottom of my heart, I still love you. And the guy like, man. Somebody made a song out of that. How?
Wow.
Auto-tune. Listen.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
Here we go, kick it.
Oh, you gotta rewind that, dude, please.
Wait a minute, it gets better. Watch this. Wait a minute, hold on. This is my favorite part coming up.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
That sounds, you know what the end of that?
It says remixed by the guy who did this. I thought I was going to say Aphex Twin or something. Wow. I love that. That part and the other part where he goes
somewhere deep down in my heart. That is brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
I love the end of it. The end of the song sounds like the best orgasm ever.
Sammy making that noise last night?
Yeah, when I came up to his door, that was the sound I was being made. Hold on, I'll be there in a minute.
Hold on, Cody. Nice. Man. Wow, dude. Fucking auto-tune, I swear to God.
Auto-tune has become the best instrument to make you laugh. But for all these rappers out there using auto-tune and performers, cut that shit out, all right? It is right now, at this moment, I declare that the auto-tune has officially become a joke.
Yes, it is. It is now a joke. You know what they need to fucking do, though?
What?
To really put everyone who's using this shit, put them in their goddamn place. They need to this guy needs to make a fucking, just make this song into a single, put it out there on fucking iTunes, get it out there in the stores, what's left of them, and hopefully the public will fucking go apeshit crazy and make this guy a goddamn living legend star for just doing this one song.
Oh, for just doing
and making it the biggest hit ever. And watch all these motherfuckers who've been using this auto-tune trying to get their career started. Just I would love just to see their face going, this motherfucker, all he did was just get interviewed for goddamn news for his sister being raped. And he's big. People know his name, but they don't even know my name.
Oh yeah, I don't even know my name.
And Jay-Z will be saying no.
Well, Jay-Z
needs to hire him. he needs to get the rights to that.
I just say I know people out there debating like, man, Jay-Z ain't the fucking greatest rapper. Oh, Jay-Z, what the fuck you talking about? What about this guy? I'm talking about as far as I don't know, financial success.
No, dude. I've seen that guy in like 4 covers recently. I mean,
Yeah.
How are you gonna tell me he's not a success? No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about right now, just as far as fame and money. I would probably say is Jay-Z. At the moment, Jay-Z.
Whenever you have your face on every goddamn music magazine out there, you are a success. There's something about you that people want to read about and know about.
Oh yeah, you get invited to Coachella, and the crowd is almost mobbed to death because they want to see you, and you sell out stadiums still. And I mean, yeah.
And someone who knows very little about hip hop like myself, that's the only name I know.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah,
Shit. When your mama know Jay-Z and she don't listen to hip hop.
Yeah.
Shit. When your white 80-year-old grandmother at the old folks home knows who Beyonce and Jay-Z are, then that
when she hears that little tune in the corner, it's like, is that Jay-Z?
Is that boy?
I like that song.
J.C. Penney, what's his name?
Color 4. We're doing now that beautiful music.
And I would say it's a toss-up either between Jay-Z or Insane Clown Posse. You know.
I want to meet the old person who knows Insane Clown Posse. I want to meet that person. I want to hang out with them for like at least a week. I want to make sure they have all the Insane Clown Posse DVDs just so they're not missing out. It's like, oh, you're a fan. Huh? You got the movie collection. You're lucky. That shit just came out on Blu-ray. Yeah. Like, if you like Insane Clown Posse, you sure as hell gonna love this.
This is the greatest soul singer right now.
Yeah.
This dude right here.
Oh my god.
I love this when they skip it like this. They actually play notes.
Yeah.
Down in my heart.
That is genius, dude. That is a musical mastery of noise right there.
Fuck, thank God for the internet, man.
No
All these
shit.
talented people out there.
No.
They never had this kind of outlet.
No.
Look at this, man.
And I pray to God they get their dues, man. I mean, really, this guy and fucking and Tony, they need to fucking have a double album together and just have that shit climb the charts.
Do singing
Please.
background.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Man, so I tell you what, shit, it's getting hot up in here, man. We up here talking about all these people making music and singing and rapping because all they did was just talk, but still none of them can rock.
Oh shit.
Rock, rolling. No, we should do the auto tune. I was trying to do auto tune. I just came out like the Chipmunks.
You stepped on a chipmunk.
Ouch!
Tail that.
Well, I didn't tell that, homeboy. Man, welcome to Fuck Your Thoughts.
Yes. Fuck them good. Fuck 'em
Email,
hard.
fuck them good, fuck them hard. The email section of Let's Do This, and I'm not really prepared because I don't have email pulled up. That's okay. It's at the push of a button right here. Bring it up.
Get to that in a jiff.
Get to it. Quick,
There
fast,
it
in a hurry.
is.
Hey, this is my man Martin F. Now, this is the guy that sent us the Basil. What is it? Basil. What was that guy's name?
Oh yeah. The guy who is running for governor, right?
For governor of Tennessee.
Yeah. He's the one who sent the video.
Yeah, that Martin was the one that sent the video. What was that guy's name? Basil Depardieu or something? Yeah.
I don't know.
Basil Lipschitz.
I could barely
Might as well
understand
be.
what was coming out of his mouth.
Because that was shit coming out between his lips.
Yeah.
Says, Corey, stop the presses. Yes, you are correct. I am gay. I've notified TMZ and E online. Shit is about to go down. Anyway, my question tonight. I'm so glad to hear that because I might have to come get in your bed tonight and try and rape you, Martin F.
Oh shit.
No, I was wondering if he was, and you know what?
Is he really? Is he joking or is he?
No, I think he really is gay. No, because I saw some videos of him that he made, and I was like, he's kind of got like a little feminine attitude, but we got nothing against that. Matter of fact, I'm very happy to hear that they actually
They got rid of
Proposition 8. Yeah, man, in California.
Yeah, but don't worry though. The Christians are still fighting. They say God is going to.
Man, Christians
God's
going to
make it right.
Everything, you can't motherfuckers can't go out and dance without Christians saying.
I was laughing at it because there was a guy.
This is vulgar.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry, we'll find you.
Yeah, they repealed Proposition 8, man, and they said it was unconstitutional. And so that the ban on gay marriage has been lifted, and I'm very happy to hear that.
Hip hop hooray! Yes. Have a gay parade.
Hip hop gay. So I imagine Martin.
And that's good. That's good to hear. It's good to know that some people have some common sense out there.
I know. I'm just imagining Martin F is out there celebrating with some good gay sex right now. Nah, Martin, I like that guy. Like I said,
hard, Martin.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at Martin F. He's one of those guys now. I know people think I'm gay. I'm not, but looking at somebody like Martin makes me want to be gay because he's pretty.
He's pretty.
I'm telling you, he looks like Cillian Murphy, man. Not that picture that he has right there.
So you got a thing for Cillian, which you are right. It is Cillian. It was. Yeah, I actually looked up an interview just to find out because half the time I was like, okay, I'll know how to pronounce his fucking name.
Well, I'm glad you found it.
Yeah, but no, you're right.
It was one of those podcasts where I was like, man, did I just sound like a dumbass and mispronounce his name?
I felt like a dumbass. I was like, whoops.
Okay.
No wonder he wasn't fucking paying attention to me when I was screaming his name. Sicilian.
Silly.
Look at me, goddammit.
And he's walking by like, this guy calling me silly? What?
And that's when I told him,
this
is the last goddamn Comic-Con I'm coming to. The last.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. You suck as a scarecrow. I want to Pee Wee Herman.
I wanted Howard Stern.
I know, yeah.
What the fuck you doing here? Well, he does have a question.
Yeah.
Since I'm already reading this, I didn't know what he was talking about at first, but let me go ahead and read it. He says, my question for LTD or LDT shit.
Some people get that wrong.
I do that myself all the time. LTD, STD,
BLT. Yeah. No, it's not BLT. think, goddammit.
Mickey D's.
I love BLT.
But this ain't it.
BLT for life on Spill.
All right. He says, why do you think the more technical aspects of film production go unnoticed? I'm not saying we should have fan posters of famous best boy grips on our walls, but there's got to be some notable editors, sound and art directors getting some more street cred. It's small. I can't see this too well, people, but because we're sitting in another spot other than our usual spots where I still can't read this shit, but it's even worse this week. He says, so there's got to be some notable editors, sound and art directors getting some more street cred. Thanks, your humble Spillio, Gay Martin. Nah, he didn't say Gay Martin. He just said Martin. Well, that's a good question because the simple answer is this. These are people who are not in the spotlight. They're not on. They're not very visible, and they are people who are. They don't get, okay, first of all, they're not on camera, they're not visible, they're not seen by millions of people. Second of all, they do the job that, well, I'm not saying anybody could do, but they do the job that doesn't get paid as much as these stars, doesn't come with the press that these stars get.
Oh, fuck no.
And sure enough, you're right, they probably should get more attention, but again, and I'm not saying anybody's job is less than the other, because I'm about to make an analogy here that's going to be seen as bad by both parties of what I'm about to say. But for example, we take out our trash. Somebody has to pick it up. Otherwise, we'd be swamped in trash. It would kill us. Trash man do a great service for us, but
someone would tell Cyrus that.
I know.
He's waiting for the trash man to walk in and out and pick up the trash.
I know.
That's not how it works.
No, Cyrus is digging in your trash for food. Yeah. Don't thank him. He's stealing. But I mean, there's a lot of that's life. There's a lot of jobs that are necessary that people do, but they don't get the attention that somebody who should get the attention. I mean, who is getting the attention. Let me rephrase that. They're not getting the attention that somebody who probably has a job that some people would say, yeah, they don't do a whole lot. It's a superficial job. I mean, we like entertainers, but are they really necessary for the survival of society? If you really break it down, maybe no. People might get bored to death, but really, is it the same thing as the guy who raises our food, the farmer who raises our plants, or the people who even just so much as take our trash out, or the policeman who's out there putting his life on the line. I mean, that's society. There's been a big argument. Teachers say all the time, we are the backbone of what this society is about. We teach your children. We raise some of your children where you fail, but we don't get paid. We don't get paid as much as maybe a small time musician.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, that first part that you were talking about, I think I'm going to take that segment, I'm going to auto-tune it, and make a song out of it so I can understand it.
I'm not trying to say that one job is worse than the other one out there. Trash man. Got to pick your trash up, otherwise we'd be drowning in our own trash.
I'm going to go into Cyrus's room and pick up his trash.
Cyrus is digging in your trash can.
Take your trash out.
Eating all of your food.
For the trash man. No, I mean, there's plenty of unsung heroes. People who work on a lot of these special effects movies, yeah, the thing is usually there's so many of them. There's so many people that certain scenes that just look gorgeous. And the thing is, there's so many of those scenes that get passed on through so many people working on them that, they all can't be the star. That's just ridiculous. But I think a lot of times when certain effects go unnoticed, like where the wild things are, it's funny how a movie like that, I didn't hear so much about the special effects in that film, only because you forget that special effects are involved in that movie. You just don't think about it. They don't look like special effects. It looks like, practical effects going on, even though, if you were to watch it behind the scenes, you'd realize that a good 80% of that what you're seeing isn't real, and that always blows me away. Same thing with, what was the Brad Pitt movie?
The Benjamin Buttons. Curious Case of Benjamin Buttons, yeah.
Where, you watch that and we were both watching that video where they showed how majority of those effects, it wasn't even real. It wasn't a real person. It wasn't somebody with prosthetics. It was all computer. And when you see something like that, you don't think, oh wow, whoever created this special effect is a genius, just because it looks so practical that you just go, oh wow, great makeup job, and that's it. You leave it at that. But
there
are some circumstances where you do have, I guess we can call them your rock star special effects guys like Stan Winston.
Yeah, I was
Tom
just
Savini.
thinking of that.
Yeah, Tom Savini.
Rick Baker.
We can Greg Nicotero.
But even then, within certain circles, you do have your people who become celebrities, not as big as your actors who are in the forefront, but they become celebrities within the industry, or among film enthusiasts, or film students, or
directors.
Directors are one. Sometimes a director can go totally unnoticed, and sometimes directors become almost as famous, if not more famous, as some of the people they have in their movies. Quentin Tarantino is that prime example. Mm-hmm. So, right now, there's others out there. Steven Spielberg.
Well, think about
George Lucas. But then you have people who are in smaller departments that a lot of film enthusiasts know. Edith Head she was a costume designer, and she did a lot of stuff for Hitchcock movies. You'll see her name in a lot of old movies, but she was so popular that if you watch The Incredibles, I forgot the name and I think they even kind of took a spin on her name. There was the woman who designed the costumes for The Incredibles. Mm-hmm. She's a takeoff of Edith Head, the costume designer. Oh, wow. And you also have somebody like Saul Bass, who he designed posters and he designed if you look at Anatomy of a Murder, if you look at Psycho, and he designed like a lot of the posters for those and title sequences. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and that is somebody who became so popular that they actually said, and I know I mentioned this before, and some people disagree with me, but he became so popular that people even kind of accredit him for the famous shower scene in Psycho, said that he had a lot to do with that. Mm-hmm. I think Hitchcock came in and he did the direction, but the whole thing was thought out and planned out because he storyboarded it out, or he went out and planned out all the shots. Mm-hmm. And he's somebody that a lot of people don't know, but within the film circle, people know who he is.
Yeah. You know what I think about too? you guys were talking on a couple cold ones about some of your favorite Twilight Zone episodes. I think about all those directors who worked on those shows like Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits. And I'm just thinking, wow, how many of those guys names do you remember who directed some of those great episodes from both those series? How many of those guys, do you think, wow, they created a real memorable episode, but do you ever really think about who directed it?
Do you even think about even who wrote it?
Yeah, that's true.
And that's something that's still happening today. Writers, now, if a writer, somebody who was responsible for the words and the story that you see on film, if they're not getting the fame that they probably deserve, what do you think is going to happen to a carpenter, our best boy, our best grip? And let's admit it. I mean, carpenters, they do a skilled job, so I'm not going to talk too bad about them. But when you get down to like grips and things like that, those are the jobs that people start in. And while they are just as probably responsible, and you can't get along without these guys, or the process would be made more difficult without them. There's not a lot of, I would say, talent involved in that. It's a lot of hard work. But when you talk about grips and runners and assistants and stuff like that, I mean, those are entry-level jobs where talented people get into them and work their way up. Yeah. Anybody would tell you that that's an entry-level position, and nobody's going to really pay attention to them. Because if you are starting to get paid attention for that, you're getting paid attention because you've already worked your way up the ladder.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. Like, as far as grips are concerned, I mean, you might as well be the trash man, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you get that's kind of how you get treated, I think. I mean, I'm sure. I'll take that back because I mean, the grips are very important. They do play an interesting role in a movie set. Same thing that you can say for people who work on. I mean, think about what goes into building a stage for like a big metal rock concert or something. There's something like Metallica. You got pyrotechnics. You think about those people who go and build those stages where there's like hundreds of people building like these massive stages. They go in every night into a different city, building those humongous stages, and if you ever watch any of those, sometimes you'll see the music videos with time lapse photography.
Oh yeah,
seeing those stages get put together, it's fucking crazy, And you think about people who do that every night, don't bitch about it, they're just going to work, doing their job, And it's crazy to think of those structures that they build, especially with something elaborate like an Iron Maiden show, where you got props, you got pyrotechnics going off, and all that shit has to be done well, so there's no accidents, so shit don't kill anybody. It's crazy to think about.
Well, you're right. You roadies too, all that kind of stuff. Special effects people. You know how many special effects people, talented people who make magic on the screen. You can't keep track of all those people. Those people get credit, but you don't get to see them out there getting walked down the red carpet with models on the arms and stuff. But I will say this. People like carpenters and the people who build the stages and whatnot, those people are skilled people, and I would say they are talented people. But I guess if one carpenter walked out, maybe you wouldn't find a carpenter as good as that person, but you'd find another carpenter. If an actor walks out of a movie, they can be replaced, but is it going to be the same draw? If Brad Pitt walks out of a movie, what are you going to do? You're going to be kind of hard up to, because people, that's what the crowd is waiting to see. Yeah. So I mean, you can see where we're going with this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. Okay. No, I'm tired of talking. I just winding myself down. Yeah. All right. Okay. We have. I gotta read this. I'm curious. Maybe I don't want to read this. It's from a guy named. Let me go back. I can't see this guy's name. Well, I can see it. The whole thing isn't spelled out. Larry Andrew Mullins. Larry Andrew Mullins says, an offensive question for Let's Do This. Corey, would you and the co-host share the most offensive jokes you've ever heard and tell why they were the most offensive? I won't, because one of the most offensive jokes is the most disgusting joke. I mean, it's nasty. It's just, and Leon was the one that told me this joke, and it really, I tell this joke every now and then when people do that challenge of, oh, come on, try to disgust me. Yeah. First of all, it's offensive because it's offensive to gay people. Second of all, it's just nasty. Yeah. At the end of it, it's just disgusting. Okay. It's the kind of thing where you think of, and it's not because of anything gay, really. Mm-hmm. It's just the punchline of the joke. Let's just say that you're horny, you're about to go to the bathroom, maybe rub one out or something. And but then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, you get a call where you got to bring your heart on down. If you were to hear the punchline of this joke, it'd be like, ooh, bring it down immediately.
All right, you'll tell me after the show.
I don't even know if I want to tell you.
Damn, that bad, huh? No, I can't say at the top of my head. I can't say I know anyone any.
And he tells a joke here. I'm gonna tell it. It is offensive. If you telling jokes, I ain't got to do it. He says, "What is the worst thing about being a black Jew? You have to sit in the back of the oven."
No.
I like it. And I'm not even offended by it. Just like,
right.
I wonder if we didn't laugh because we found it offensive, or we not laughing because we just don't know if we should laugh. Maybe if we laugh, we're gonna be the assholes.
I've heard that joke told it different other ways, but
I have to say, because Noah, I've been meaning to talk to Noah, and I've just been busy, Noah, and I didn't want. And she lives in Amsterdam. Sometimes it's hard to coordinate with that schedule over there. But Noah is having her Amsterdam spill party coming up September 4th.
Okay, I was about to say, is that like? I didn't think it was this weekend, but yeah.
No, September 4th is when it's coming up.
All right.
And she was asking if I was going to go, and she could tell people, man, I have to go to New York next week, and I don't know, maybe I should stop and start saving some money. I don't know if I'm going to go.
Okay.
I would like to say yes, because with me it's up in the air. I might at the last minute just be like, oh, I guess I can go now.
Which has happened before.
Which has happened before, yeah.
There's a good chance.
So I don't know. I just don't want to say yes right now. I'm going to see if I can, but time-wise it might not be possible. So we'll see. I don't want to, let's just say don't count on it. But if I can make it, I will. But I will promote it as much as I can for you.
No, I can't make it because I'll be as nowhere. My usual spot. So, yeah. A lot of great scenery in as nowhere.
Oh, who is this? Jolly Man Big Boy. He said, thanks for taking my thoughts virginity by fucking it.
Nice.
Did we answer his question already? I don't know. I think I recognize that
question though.
I know that big ass head right there. I think I understand. I think I've answered that guy's question before. And that's man. Come on now. That's a long ass fucking paragraph.
It looks like there's more than one question too.
Okay, I can't do
sorry,
it, man.
man.
At this point. It's too hot right now.
Pick one, yeah.
It's too long. I can't even. It's like reading Braille right now. I can't understand it.
Something short and sweet.
Oh, here's something. And I was reading it today. I'm just gonna share it with people. It's not really a question. Oh, and they put a link up here. But now I'm not sure if this is a joke that somebody did after the fact, or if it really was a real comic beforehand. You know what I'm talking about? The Scrooge McDuck comic today, that they say Christopher Nolan stole for the idea for Inception. Which is I'm still not gonna say Christopher Nolan stole the idea, but I looked at it, I was like, fuck, this is similar. I thought it was a joke. I was like, Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, I was like, who in the fuck owns a Scrooge McDuck comic?
Yeah, I was like, fucking
go out of their way to put it on the internet.
Donald Duck's asshole rich uncle? I was like, really? I said, from DuckTales?
Yeah.
Like, man, nobody stole this shit to make it sad. And I started reading, I was like, this is bullshit. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, you see the comic, you're like, uh-oh.
I was like, man, this is very, very similar. There's a machine that they use to go into Uncle Scrooge's dreams so that they can steal a code to get into his vault.
Yeah, and
I don't know, man.
No wonder they casted Leo as Leonardo DiCaprio. He looks like Scrooge McDuck.
He can even dive in money and swim. Man, I have to say, it is one of those situations where you want to say it could be a coincidence, but you're not surprised if he did just kind of look at it and be like, oh, I can change this around enough to where it's not the same thing. I don't know, man. It's very similar.
It is. When I saw it, I was like, oh, great.
I did too.
Hopefully nobody will be taking no one to court over that, but
I wanted to like go in and call bullshit on it. I really did, but I was just like, hey, man.
Yeah, I was looking at that comic. I was like, well, I don't know. What issue did the comic? What issue is this comic? Where's the rest of this comic? I couldn't tell if it was like from a comic strip.
It's 26 pages long, and that's why when I was looking at it, the coloring in it looked like it was done with Photoshop coloring.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was something that was made, like they had some reissues of a Scrooge McDuck comic, or if they did some in the 90s or what. I couldn't tell.
I thought the same thing. When I saw it, I was like, wow, I don't know how old this is supposed to be, but it looks very vibrant for a comic book.
Yeah.
To be old, you know.
Let's see here. A lot of people are writing in. I just want to say we haven't been able to read them all on the air, but some people have wrote in saying, keep your head up. We love the site. Please don't take it away. Got to keep your head up. Like right here, Dom Guy 32.
Whoa.
I know he wrote, I heard you were depressed, so I'm not going to read all this, but I heard you were depressed, so I hope you're feeling better, and I want to let you know that if you leave Spill, I'd respect it to the fullest. I'll never forget the time we both talked in the call-in show, and I showed all my friends in high school the recording when we were talking about music. I mean, you know, things like that, man. It's like, wow, it's hard to walk. I wouldn't want to walk away from something like this. I mean, out of all the things that I was saying about, man, we're not getting any respect, and everybody's treating us like scrubs. But within our own circle here, man, we have we have a very nice support group.
I've always known.
Metal Virgin was calling. I saw some tweets she did with Ewok Princes, and they were really concerned. I mean, she sent me some messages saying we got your back. I don't feel bad, or we really would love if you need to talk. It was a lot of that. A lot of people. Renegade John, I need to talk to him. He sent something over, being really nice. Yeah, man, a lot of people were just being really nice. I wish I could read all of this stuff from people. I'm gonna go through and try to answer people back as much as I can.
Yeah, you should. People were calling me going, "Is Corey all right?" And I was like, I don't know. He's out fucking at the fucking rock concert right now. Call his ass.
I was trying to clear my head.
Yeah.
Man, that concert was fun. Andrew WK. I actually got into the mosh pit on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had the what is it, the mosh circle or whatever.
I would have killed to see that.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was like getting out there. You know, where else can you go? We can just push people out the way. I was already mad, so I got my frustration. I was like, get the fuck out the way, move, goddammit, you fucking asshole.
Getting your frustration out in the mosh pit with a bunch of 13-year-old kids.
I was knocking them all down. Move, ow.
Yeah, there's like I can see like a bunch of teenagers and a bunch of like big ass old guys who just I have to tell you, like, metal has a very dedicated following. I mean, I see guys like in their late 40s and the fucking big motherfuckers.
There was some guy out there who looked like he was 50 something, just knocking people out the fucking concert. You know, really, he was a big dude, man. I was like, look at this grown motherfucker in here,
grown ass bulldozer,
man, knocking people over and shit.
Killing people.
He's the kind of motherfucker. Everybody was running from him.
Yeah. Like, look at that 40-year-old rebel.
Yahoo!
Still pissed off.
Still mad as hell.
Still mad at the world, boy. Mom's still bitching him out about his music.
Cut it down. Shut up, Ma.
No, man. No, I mean, as far as like people doing their support, man, that's
it's been great. And
everyone wrote me, and they're like, well, if Spill ends up, calling it kaputs, you should be a therapist. And I was like, what the fuck?
Some people told me that too. They were like, yeah, you should.
No, because it's my programming.
A few people told.
What am I doing? That's all I thought about after the show. I was like, what the fuck did I just say? It's like Corey's about to leave, and I didn't let him. I would have taken over this site.
I know.
Turned it into a porno.
Actually,
website.
That means you failed as a therapist because I left. So, but people like saying that's a really good friend. I got some emails like that from people. We have an email here from Mega, who says, bit of an oddball question here, but what shampoo do you guys use? Not being creepy or anything. Well, fuck, it's too late. You are being creepy.
What? That's your question?
Well, if you'd like to know, I use, what is it? What is the shampoo? See, here it is. Put on the spot.
Irish Spring.
Irish
bar.
I use Avena. It adds such body and luster to my hair, to my little curls.
I thought it was Ivory soap. No.
I use Palmolive dishwashing liquid.
Took a soap in your hair. Palm off. When your head so silky smooth.
So silky smooth. No, what Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, I just use Head and Shoulders.
Yeah,
for oily hair.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
That's what I use.
I'm allergic to water. I can't do that shit.
And HEB, there's a store here, HEB. They sell their brand of Head and Shoulders, like Hill Country or something like that. And
Hill Country Shoulders.
Hills and Shoulders. No, Hill Country sells. I think it's Hill Country. They sell one of those off-brand Head and Shoulders type,
the generic type.
The generic type. Yeah,
save
but
your ass on save your money
about
with the
50
same
cents.
ingredients. Where they go,
Yes.
yeah, compared to the ingredients in Head and Shoulders.
Exactly, and that's what I use. So it's even they use the same colors and shit. Like Head and Shoulders uses like I think sort of a magenta and blue on their box, and Hill Country does that same kind of thing.
I know, it's like talking about rip-offs.
Yeah, just fucking stone cold ripping them off.
A lot of stores do that. I always tell myself, if I was one of you meat bags, if I was human, I always wanted to like go to. I think HEB had it too, where they had like the real generic shit, where it was just a black and white like can, like they used to have beer cans.
Yeah,
it was just a white can, and across it said beer in big black bold letters. If you watch Repo Man, and you see the scene where Emilio Estevez is in this kitchen, he pulls out a can of, it looks like he's eating beef stew, but the can is actually white, and on the label it just says in black big bold letters, food. I always wanted. They actually sold that shit at HEB, where you see a white bag, and on the front, big black fucking bold letters, chips. I was like, I want my whole. If I had a refrigerator, I wanted all my shit to be stocked up with just the most generic looking shit ever. Get right to the point. Hey, you got any food, co-host? Yeah, right there, motherfucker. Can't you read? Food. You got a can opener?
Let me see here. This comes from Plight on a Cocoa. I listened to your Plight on a Cocoa of rethinking your life and how you constantly feel like what you're doing doesn't amount to what you want to be, despite how successful you are. There's a musician called Jeffrey Lewis, who I think you would appreciate. None of my friends can get past the, I think he wants to say, monotone voice, but his lyrics have a really great bittersweet twist.
Yeah, Corey, listen to that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You want me to listen to that shit? That's supposed to make me feel better?
Yeah.
I want to die.
Here's some Cure albums. Here you go. Listen.
Here, why don't you listen to the Smiths? Here's the club if you want to go. Yeah. You might meet somebody who really loves you. If you listen to that song, then you go and you dance on your own. Yeah. Then you leave on your own, then you go home and you cry, you want to die.
Yeah. No, I don't listen to it. My songs are all about fucking destroying the world and the apocalypse and then zombie invasion.
Let's see what we have here.
Yeah, here's some Bright Eyes for you. Listen to that shit. Oh my God.
Deceptibots.
Uh-oh.
Question from the Deceptibots.
I like that name.
After seeing countless internet trolls in my day, I have always wondered, is it better to ignore them or get really pissed off at them? What do you do when it comes to trolls? Man, we just let it run its course.
Yeah, I know. That's all you can do, huh?
Yeah,
I don't give a shit anymore. I mean, shit.
We don't.
Yeah.
There's
Sticks and stones will break my head, but words shall never hurt me.
Nor trolls. And that's all they use is sticks and stones. So.
Yeah,
real trolls do.
I just don't give a shit. Yeah.
No, I mean, really, we've had so many that at this point they all run their course, and if it gets, because here's the deal, before it gets real serious, because if it ever got real serious, there are ways to track them. Yeah. But it never gets that serious because it's just. They're gone. Yeah, I mean, it's just people like to play that game, and they just keep coming and coming. But the
best thing you can do is just ignore them. They're like Freddy Krueger. You take away his power by not thinking about him.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not that we even ignore them. It's just like it's no big deal.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, we see it. It doesn't bother us. We get rid of it. And
I got a delete button, and then And then I send Anton after them. We're gonna find you.
Yeah,
we gonna find you.
We ain't gonna find you. Don't you be trolling us. We ain't gonna find you. Delete your account. Let's see. We can
put your name on your account, you idiot.
Some idiot trolling the site again. Question for Let's Do This. This is from Latso. Let me see now. Like I told you people, these words are kind of far away. Las Ponderson. You guys have talked about trilogies for a long time when the third movie was bad. But what about the Hannibal trilogy? What? Are you talking about the Hannibal Lecter trilogy? No,
don't bring
Are you
that
going
up.
Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Rising does not exist.
No,
I think the third movie, Hannibal, is the best one. What do you think?
It's not a trilogy.
It's not. No, it's not a trilogy.
Sorry, that last fucking movie does exist. It's on IMDb. So, no, it is not a trilogy. Yeah, that question is irrelevant.
Let me see. He mentions Red Dragon, Silence of the Lamb, and Hannibal. Well, this is the reason why they're not really considered a trilogy. And I'm not saying this because I don't like the movies. I like them. I would tell you Silence of the Lambs is the best out of all those. Mm-hmm. Hannibal is insane. Okay, I don't know what the fuck Hannibal is anymore. Fucking man-eating pigs who at the end of the movie tear people apart. You got to deform guys. It turned into it was no longer a movie about trying to find a killer or the criminal mind or the killer mind or the psyche of an insane killer. It was a horror science fiction revenge film. I mean, it was completely something else.
And it had a fucking Batman villain.
That's what I'm saying. That movie was very close to being a comic book.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry they turned Hannibal Lecter into some supervillain. Mm-hmm. I mean, even like we made this joke in our review. Like even in the movie, like Hannibal Lecter walked into somebody's house where they had a German Shepherd. Now, normally a German Shepherd would tear this person apart. Mm-hmm. That dog turned that corner like, oh shit, no, it's Hannibal Lecter. Fuck that. I ain't fucking with you, man. I heard about you. So it's silly. But here's the main reason why they don't count as a trilogy, because they were never planned to be a trilogy, and these movies were directed by different directors. I mean, Red Dragon is a remake of Manhunter. So I don't think
pretty much the same fucking movie. Honestly,
those movies were never meant to really progress a story. I mean, I guess you can put them together in a way, because Red Dragon does have, I guess, in voice. Or did they? They didn't have
what?
No, it did. It had
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
He was in it.
Yeah, he was in it, and at the end,
they even expanded his role, which he had a very small in the.
If you look at Manhunter, it's one small role.
In the book, it's like barely a page. I mean, I think. And they expanded that role, obviously, but just so they can have a name.
And I like Red Dragon, man.
I enjoy it.
It was a Brett Ratner movie, and I thought that's one of the best things he had done.
Yeah, even though, Brett Ratner, to me, when watching that film, I thought he took a lot of I thought he pretty much did a shot-for-shot remake of Manhunter. There was a lot of shots that were very similar, pretty much the same setup. I mean, just watching, if you were to watch those movies, one after the other, you'll notice that.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty much shot for shot. And I even think that he used the same cinematographer that they used in
I don't know
Manhunter.
Did they use the same cinematographer? Because they both have because the first one was directed by Michael Mann. Mm-hmm. And I think he used a different cinematographer. I don't know. You might be right. I just know Michael.
I could be wrong.
Michael Mann used that same look of Miami Vice that he had that he kind of brought to that.
That's the only thing that movie does show its age.
It's very dated. Which is why, again, I did not mind Red Dragon, because Red Dragon I thought was a movie that was able to last the test of time better than Manhunter. Yeah. They even used a soundtrack in Manhunter that was very 80s. You remember at the end, like, strong like I am, strong like...
You talk about a dated film.
That movie was fucking dated, boy.
Yeah, and that's, I think, when was that movie made? Like, that's like 80s, like early 80s probably?
Early 80s, yeah.
I think a lot of those 80s films.
I think Hannibal Lecter was wearing Vans in that movie.
With a fat shoestring link. Listen to the Fat Boys.
Listen to the Fat Boys. Yeah. Cool Mo D. Man.
Oh, damn.
Man, there was those movies. I don't think that you can put them together and they would progress, but they weren't really made to do that.
No, not at all.
And it just doesn't have.
They're made because of the success of the movies before, which It's funny watching Silence of the Lambs, how that movie still, I mean, that's just a great film. I mean, I think it still stands the test of time. You watch it, and it seems like it could have been released yesterday.
Yeah.
Where you watch the other films, and they just feel kind of empty in a way. I don't know what it is, because, I mean, as much as, not Hannibal, Red Dragon had some, like, when I heard who was going to be in it, Edward Norton, playing the detective, I was like, wow, that's going to be one hell of a movie. To see Edward Norton acting with Anthony Hopkins, and when I watched it, I was like, why does it seem a bit phoned in?
Well, it still felt like a mainstream Hollywood film, and didn't capture the strong direction that Jonathan Demme had with Silence of the Lambs. Didn't have the strong performances and I just don't think that story is as strong as Silence of the Lambs. I mean, you had two characters who really played off each other well. With this movie, with Red Dragon, it was more of a cat and mouse type movie. They didn't get into the psyche of a serial killer, like, and the manipulation that Silence of the Lambs had. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And the thing is like, they already introduced such a great, villain as far as the Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs, which, when people saw that film, I mean, that even people who haven't read those books, that was like the ultimate villain, only to know that he's only going to have a small part in this remake of the first book. It makes you go, well, I want to see more of Hannibal Lecter. I'm sure a lot of the people that were in those seats wanted to see more Hannibal Lecter than the guy that Edward Norton was going after.
Yeah.
Even though that book, I fucking love to death that book. That's the first.
Which
book.
one, Hannibal?
No. Red Dragon.
Oh, Red Dragon
is the first book I read. Like, as soon as I started it, I didn't put it down. I stayed up till I started it at night, and I didn't finish it till early morning.
Wow.
I couldn't put it down.
Well, you make a good point, man, when you say that. You can look, if you want to make a trilogy out of them, you can watch them back to back, and I guess they would lead into the next. I mean, Hannibal is considered to be a sequel to The Silence of the Lambs, but to me, it just doesn't have the feel of a true trilogy. To me, the feel of a true trilogy is a movie that, even if they didn't have them all planned at first, they progressed and told the story. With these movies, they made more because of the success of the Hannibal characters. So that's why you got all these other movies. And it didn't feel like they really were trying to make them all one story.
I can only imagine if Jonathan Demme was like, you know what, at least with the first two books, I want to make this. First, I'm going to do Red Dragon. Then I'm going to do Silence of the Lambs. I mean, and if hope, and you can only hope that third book would have been written better. I only read half of it, and everyone else was telling me that it's like the worst book. It
feels like it. And you know what? That book was written because people wanted more. More
Hannibal. And the thing is that if that guy did write a great book, that third book, that Silence of the Lambs would have been like Empire Strikes Back of that series.
Yeah.
Just that, like, wow, just a great,
Yeah, they just that's the key thing. They just didn't feel like they were working to be one story. They were all kind of separate movies, and they worked on their own as separate movies.
That whole series was a victim of its own success, really.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, that last movie was crazy. When those pigs start eating that man at the end, and they had that deformed, like, who was it that played Gary Oldman?
It was Gary Oldman. Yeah, though I really love that Gary Oldman character. As crazy of a character that was, I was like, if this guy had his own movie, like if this guy was like the star of like the Saw movies, I would fucking love this character. He would have been a memorable character.
You know what? As much shit, and this kind of getting off topic here. As much shit as I talk about those Saw movies, I really love the Jigsaw character as a villain, that Tobin Bell. I think I really do think that's one of our most unique villains that we've had as far as killers go in a movie in a long time. A guy who doesn't lift a finger to do anything. He just has these traps, and he has this demeanor of he thinks he's trying to help people, and he's really just
as much as I get pissed off.
As
much as I get pissed off that I wish the John Doe character was almost a bigger character than the Saw. I can't remember the guy's name.
The John Doe character?
Well, no, the character from what's the old guy's name in the Saw movies? I can't remember his name.
The old guy?
Yeah, the guy, the killer, the main guy.
Tobin Bell is the actor's name.
Okay, well, whoever he plays, he's Jigsaw.
He's Jigsaw, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The Jigsaw guy. I only wish that the John Doe character was, had a bigger role in. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. But as far as like a pop icon, as far as a villain goes, you'll see people make toys out of that Jigsaw guy before you see them making toys out of John Doe.
I mean, he's the Jigsaw character really is creepy to me. I mean, there's something about him because, like I said, he seems so nice, and in his mind he thinks he's helping people, and he makes these just gruesome traps. And there's something weird about that dude.
Even though his puppet on the tricycle is like the bigger star. But
it is that puppet on that little tricycle, that little suit.
As silly as it is, it works. I mean, it's definitely one of those horror icons now. I mean, you can't, as much as I would love to deny that. No, I'm not. It is going to be. It's going to last longer than me. So years down the road, people are going to be talking about that character.
That puppet has hair like that dude in that news article. You need to get that dude who was the rape news story, the brother. You need to put him on a tricycle and have him in the next Saw movie.
I would love to see that guy in that video, fucking Antony. I'd love to see that guy ride out on a tricycle.
Yeah,
to talk
in the movie,
to the goddamn news reporters. We're gonna find you. We're gonna find you.
We don't need no traps to put you in. We got you. Run, tell that.
Yeah.
Man, we've had.
Hide your kids.
Man, all these people keep asking us about this Vampire Sucks movie and Vampires Suck. What y'all think we think about it? This movie looks fucking stupid. All right, last question here. Man, I swear to God, I'm not doing this on purpose. I just picked this randomly. Mm-hmm. Guess what the question is? What? Vampires Suck is coming out. Are you mentally prepared for this review? If you haven't reviewed it already. Oh, let me say something. As much shit as we're saying, that movie's going to be terrible, don't want to see it, blah, blah, blah. Those are the best reviews.
They are.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Counting down the days.
Yes. Trying to find one Let's Do This question that we can go out on. That hasn't.
Don't worry, question.
That doesn't have to do with Vampires Suck.
We're gonna
find an email. Got some fan art right here. Oh, that's one thing I want to mention. Let's see what this fan art looks like. And one of the things that Jamie brought up is that we are concentrating on making a fan art page.
Concentrate harder.
Believe me, I've been concentrating for over.
Yeah, I saw that. And
what?
It was a bit weird, but yeah,
it's a little.
It's on a bunch of bears, and Carlisle's on a polar bear.
It's a little odd.
This is interesting. This is from creative.
Spunk the Funk. I don't. Okay, sure.
I don't know what's going on in your
I don't get it, but thank you.
Yes. Well done. He will be another unsung artist in the world.
Okay, last question here. This is a long one too, but fuck it, we're here. It's from Saul Uribe. I guess that's how you say your name. Look at that picture.
What? Oh, God.
Hey guys, what you say looks like a what?
It looks like a fucked up Leon from all the way over here. I don't know.
And how is that different from how Leon really looks?
It might as well be a Rorschach painting or something.
Hey guys, I recently watched the German movie, The White Ribbon. I thought it would be a good movie since it won an Oscar, but after I finished watching it, I was pissed. And I thought it was full of shit because it was slow paced and none of the issues the people in the movie were having were resolved. What are your thoughts on this film? Am I right or am I ignorant or am I an ignorant little shit? P.S. Extra question. You sneaky motherfucker, you. If you want to answer it, of course. Who are your favorite artists, old and modern? Okay, look, that's one of those favorite things right there.
Oh boy, our favorite question. What was the name of the movie?
The White Ribbon.
Never heard of it. All right.
White Ribbon is a movie that I predicted would win the Oscar this year for Best Foreign Film, or last year for Best Foreign Film. I didn't like it at first. I almost hated it. The movie is very long. I mean, it's as far away from mainstream film as you can get because it's asking people to sit in a film. This guy's right. Sit in a film that's based on events that appeal to Austrian people and German people, not really to us. We don't know anything about this shit. Mm-hmm. It doesn't resolve any of the things that are happening in this village, and it's a period piece shot in black and white. So the audience for this is very limited.
Yeah,
but
like no one, right?
Yeah, exactly. But God damn, you see that mic just like slip into. But
Your mic is falling
the mic just
asleep
slipped
right
into. Like the mic is like, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm gonna shut this fucker up right now. Blah.
I quit.
Yeah, this mic is trying to choke me.
that mic just grew legs and packed up the suitcase and left.
But here's the thing, man. The movie it's by the director of Funny Games, the American remake and the German film, and I admire the film because it doesn't have any music at all. It just kind of lets itself tell its story, and it did have me interested in what was happening, and I thought it felt like because it had no music and the black and white and everything, it felt like it wasn't of a period of near this time at all. I felt like I was really watching something that was shot years ago. I mean, these if it weren't for the subject matter occasionally, where it dealt with a lot of things such as incest, child abuse.
One of my favorite topics.
Oh yeah, it's heartwarming topics like that, man. This is gonna be a Pixar film next.
Family film.
Yeah, family. Yeah, you got it right, Ed. Keeping it in the family. Yeah, it dealt with a lot. It dealt with cruelty among children. And the movie is about this village, and I think it was right before World War I. And all these incidents are occurring. And the children in the town are repressed by the religion, the overbearing religious figures in this town. I mean, to the point where one kid is tied to his bed because he's caught masturbating, and his parents tied to this bed for days so they can make sure that he got the masturbation out of him. You know, like he's like, shit. After we fucking starve you as for a little while, you gonna think twice about touching yourself. You ain't gonna want to take a piss.
That's the last thing on your mind.
Yeah, it's
touching your little wee wee.
Yeah, you're gonna be afraid to unzip your pants after we're done with you. Yeah. And you get the feeling like the children in this town are just reacting violently to the repression that they have, and the oppression of the village. And so incidents happen, such as a doctor on his horse trips over this wire that's set up by these mysterious people. There's a mentally ill kid in town who has Down syndrome, and he's beaten and tied to a tree and almost blinded, and no one knows who's doing this. Yeah. And they never really answer if it's the children or not. You have your suspicions, but that's not what it's really about. It's one of those films where they say it's best for us to leave a lot to the audience. So,
like the whole story?
Pretty much.
So it's like a day in the life of this village?
Not a day, really. It's several days. It's almost a couple of seasons because you see them going through winter. Is it great? I would hesitate to say. For some people, it would. For me, probably not. For some people, it is. But I admire the film. Mm-hmm. So, wow. I can't blame this guy for not liking it, and especially if you're going in expecting a typical movie where you get the story and everything and all that. It's not. This isn't the movie. This is truly an art film, meant for the art house and meant for the art house crowd.
From what you told me, it seems pretty interesting.
But you never see movies done with music, and you forget how much music. You forget how much music manipulates you in a film. Mm-hmm. This movie has no music to do that. And that was the thing I really admired the most about the film, is that I wasn't told what to do. I was told to make my own decisions based on what was happening. But my biggest drawback for this film is that it's a cruel film. That's just about it. I mean, outside of the cruelty, you see the children. I mean, almost everybody in this town except for a young school teacher is a fucking prick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's one scene in this movie where this doctor is having an affair with his secretary or his nurse or whatever, and she's not very attractive. And believe me, this doctor doesn't hesitate to tell her when he's tired of her. She's trying to have sex with him, and he's like, you know what? Get off me. Your vagina's no good anymore, and your breath stinks. Your teeth look ugly. You're just ugly to me now.
I told the chick that the other day.
Yeah.
It's the truth. You can't handle the truth. Get the hell out of my bed.
Which I don't know what's so cruel about it. I get told that all the time by girls. You know, they tell me.
That's what they told you at Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, exactly. When I was trying to get interviews from people, get away from me. Your vagina stinks. Your breath smells worse. Your teeth are ugly. You're ugly.
Didn't your sister get raped the other day?
I don't need your interview. I'm going to come and get you. Anyway, man.
Oh wow.
Let's.
That's it, huh?
Let's get out of here. It's fucking hot. It's 2:00 in the morning.
My sweat is sweating.
You know that's bad when you're sweating. So yeah, you gotta get out of here, y'all. All right, y'all.
Hey man, it's been a blast. I'm glad we did this.
I'm glad we did this too. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
This is my therapy, guys.
I need therapy after having to deal with your therapy. It's all right, people. We getting ready to get out of here.
Bitches, we've entertained you enough. Get the hell out of my house.
Get on out of here.
I'm gonna find you.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!